Oh God, here it comes. Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot. Mr. Marsh, we apologize, and if it's okay with you, we would like to present you your long overdue trophy.
Mag.
Snake.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another Saturday night, another Modern Comic Mayhem. A lot of stuff to talk about tonight. I mean, just the session was unreal. I have been super stony as of late. I've been doubling up on my RSO, which is amazing. And then I went and got this 38% flower that looks like it's been dusted and it looks like it's been dusted in glitter, dude. It's crazy. And
I need to move somewhere where it's like where it's at least medical.
Jeez, bro.
Yeah. Because when you busted out that 35% when I was out there, I was like, whoa, there is a noticeable difference. Like, I was like, this is amazing. Like, even just to like your normal flower that you smoke on, I was like that's still a giant step up from what I'm getting. Which is like, I get it, but I also like I'm kind of sad.
I'm also like super deep into the whole new UFO stuff that's been happening. Shout out to everybody that's old school podcast viewers and fans. The UFO disclosure is imminent, and it's going to be interesting to see what we hear. If you guys aren't following this craziness about this egg that was found, this egg-shaped UFO that was found in a cave in Antarctica, in these mountain ranges in Antarctica. It's fucking crazy, bro. It's nuts. So I've been just chilling as of late. So Selden said, loyal to the oil. Oil is 90% THC. Yeah, but that shit fucks my fucking throat up, makes me cough and shit. Ugh.
It's all about those low temp dabs, man.
The cave is fake.
Damn. And then with dabs is like a different level, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That oil.
I like to be able just to chill and smoke. We all have our thing that like is good. Like for me, it's blunts. For some reason, blunts are the least harsh to me. They don't make me cough. They don't hurt my throat. And for some people that's bongs. For some people that's a
good joint or smoking out a pipe, vaporizer. Yeah.
Shout out to our boy Billy over at Economics and Comics. He's going through it. Everybody send him some positive thoughts and prayers. He is full on COVID. Sick. I don't know if it's the flu or COVID or what, but he is feeling it right now. So shoot him some love and go check out his store. He's having problems still trying to get books. He's still having problems trying to fulfill the Mark Spears books that those Apex Thundercat Apex books. So we're really hoping that he gets some good news. That guy's sicker than a dog, and I'm just putting his shit on Front Street right now, but I apologize. Sicker than a dog, and all he cares about is like his customers. So make sure you guys go check out economicsandcomics.com. We'll be checking in on his FOC pre-order bundle page here in a little bit, you know, when we go over our FOC stuff. But there's some really good covers on FOC this week. Really good covers.
Stoked to see that. And then Selden, you know, Bun in the Bong. I call that a Friday. Sometimes Thursdays.
Yeah. So anyways. All right. What else do we got? There's lots of crazy news this week. Comics wise, pop culture wise, movie wise. Did you see the talk about who's that dude that played Ken? What's that guy's name in the Barbie movie?
Jake Gyllenhaal?
No, Ryan something.
Blonde. Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. That guy is supposedly been cast as a Star Wars movie. So,
wow.
Yeah, they're calling it the biggest actor since Alec Guinness to take a starring role in a Star Wars film, because they're usually known for getting all the young cats, right? That aren't in movies and shit.
Oh, getting unknown actors, like as if. I mean, but isn't that kind of like what Star Wars has always been?
Yeah.
And we were asking for Joe to show up, and he's backstage.
Yeah,
I'll wait for his camera to pop on before we jump.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, I guess everyone can tell that we both had really good sessions before this.
Oh yeah, man. I am like I said, man, it's been a I don't drink, but I'm definitely one of those guys that's like, man, sometimes you just gotta cry into your beer, and I do that with cannabis, and I'm already a stoner, so I've just been super stony this week, that's for sure. But
I definitely understand that.
Fucking A, man. Fucking A. But all right, I got a bunch of fun stuff to talk about. Is Hood doesn't want his camera on? Did he hit in the eye again?
But he's muted too.
Oh yeah,
so,
yeah. Good call.
So yeah,
there he is.
Oh.
Now he's unmuted.
Okay.
There we go.
So do we add him? What?
Can you hear us, bro?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. I'm sick as shit, bro.
Oh no.
Shit. That sucks, man.
You suck, bro.
Oh wait, do you think he'll be better by next weekend?
I'll be better.
All right.
Well, that's a bummer, bro, but I'm glad you're here just so I can show you one thing that I wanted to show you.
What?
Did you see the J. Scott Campbell Rogue the Savage Land 2 cover?
Yeah, I got it.
This one? Can you see that?
Where did that come from?
This is issue 2.
Yeah.
I know. I picked up issue 2, but I didn't see that. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, here's the this is FOC for this week.
Oh, that's on FOC?
Yeah, isn't issue 2 issue 1's out this week, right?
No, I thought issue 2 was out this week.
Am I wrong?
No, I thought it was issue 1.
February 26th it comes out. Yeah, February 26th this comes out.
You are sick.
Yeah.
There's the trade dress.
Gotta get about 15 of those.
And then there's the trade dress, and then there's a 1 in 100.
Is it a virgin or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Mama.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
So, I mean, speaking of Jason Campbell, I actually did end up ordering the magic covers from his website. Not the A cover or the 1/100, but whatever second print exclusive thing he did.
Yeah, I'm gonna order from you, Billy. I don't trust anybody else with my Campbells.
I think that's a good idea.
Sick.
Well, if enough people order, you have a chance of getting the 1/100, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Enough people will order this.
Oh yeah,
Easily.
bro. That's already cover of the year.
Yeah.
It's kind of too much green though, dude.
I've never heard that phrase before in my life. So.
Man, it kind of has kind of looks like a poison ivy or something. No, I'm okay with it.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Well, definitely don't forget to add it to the candidate list.
Yeah.
Beautiful
stuff. Beautiful stuff. So, all right, brother, go get some rest, dude. I wanted to show you this.
If you guys start talking nonsense, I'll jump back on.
All right, brother.
Oh.
Hey, and whatever you do, don't let Igor on. I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. I love you, Igor. I'm just playing, bro.
You've heard the first 30 minutes of our show, like so far. Of course, it's going to be nonsense for the next 3 hours.
Yeah.
Trying to snap out of it, dude. Oh my god, I've been asleep since I got out of work, bro.
What were you doing at work? You shouldn't have been at work, bro.
Because I felt sick at work, man. It's like scratchy throat, and just like I was starting to wheeze. I think my coworkers got me sick, dude. All their like boogers and shit, dude. I never get sick, man.
Well, it's also probably all the people that are stopping by the grocery store as well, too, right?
Yeah. Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
You guys are always out of this. You guys are always out. Remember, Aaron? If we're always out of it, how do you know we carry it? Right? And I'm just like, I don't go to places where they're always out of things. Hey, let's go see Joe. I know he's going to be out of this. I remember a customer told me, it's like, well, I just came from Walmart and they have it. And I was like, do you want me to call the cops or what?
Shout out to Kal-El.
You should have asked, like, why didn't you buy it while you were there?
Yeah, fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Kal-El with the $20 super chat. He says, "Evening, fellas. Good to see you, brother."
What's going on?
What's up, Kal-El?
This is a Stephen Platt 1 in 25, and I don't know
if That's bad. That's terrible.
Yeah. The dinosaur is interesting.
Yeah, dinosaur looks good. I bet that cover would look better without a chick in there.
I bet you it'd look better as the original sketch it was. It was probably an original sketch, right?
Well, look at her face.
It's better than those like prison DC covers he was doing.
Damn, dude. Can somebody walk up to Stephen Platt and go, "Hey, man, I think you lost it, bro," and see what happens?
I think
maybe you'll start to draw better.
You should try it.
You know me, man. I'll say it, but I'll probably say it from about 10 feet away.
See, there's the sketches of the Galactus he did, but and yet he turned into a cover. So it makes me wonder if he did this as just a sketch. Yeah, see, it looks better as a sketch. The coloring hurts it.
Was he the one that colored it, or was it someone else?
That's a great question. There's probably I don't see a colorist.
I mean, because the same thing happened to Lobos, like because he was getting so much work that they hired a colorist for him. But now that he's more established in the industry, he's not taking on as much work, and then he has time to color now too as well.
Damn.
So I wonder if that's happening to him. I don't know.
Yeah. Who knows? I like it better as a sketch than with color. For some reason, the coloring looks off on her. I don't know what it is.
It's like they tried to do shadowing or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, but even though it's like the roof of the mouth and stuff like that.
Anyways.
Or it's too tan. She's too tan to be in that big of a mouth, right?
Here's the main cover. Kari Andrews. All right.
That's not a horrible A cover.
Amanda Connor.
Starting to look like Momoka.
It's okay. I don't see any exclusives either, like retailer exclusives. So there probably won't be. I would think that there was probably retailer exclusives of that, but I don't see any. Who knows?
I wonder if it'll line up more with the different conventions throughout the year.
Yeah. All right, let's go check in on our boy Lefteros. He does a great little 5-pick, top 5 picks of FOC for the week of January 27th. Starting off with Catwoman 73. You got a Panosian Catwoman. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's nothing special. But he says, yeah, it's just Panosian. Doll Parts, All Love Sick Tale number 3. Connecting variant set by Vecchio continues. New Gods number 3.
That last one almost looks like it wants to be an MC Escher, but not quite.
It's a cool cover. It kind of reminds me of that Lozano Black Cat that was so good last year.
Oh, yeah. Good call.
New Gods number 3, first appearance and cover of Niktar. New character, Federici cover. Ricardo Federici's a beast. Yeah. And then the Savage Land Rogue, of course, which is just awesome. Such a good cover. Really good cover. Sabretooth, The Dead Don't Talk number 3. First full appearance and cover of Dragonfire. Let's see here. That'll be interesting. Usagi Yojimbo, the Arita cover for 10,000 Plums number 1.
No, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Not as beautiful as the cover we saw last night.
No.
That 1 in 10.
Yeah. And then Women of Marvel, She-Devils number 1. You got a Rose Besh Elektra's Daredevil cover. It's okay.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's nothing special.
Yeah.
It's good. And then tons of great covers for Zatana. We'll go through all of them, but first appearance of Lady White in Zatana number 1. That's the Jamal Campbell. So make sure you guys go check out Cover Price and Lefteros and all the great links right here. Shout out to Black Crown Comics. Does a great job on YouTube. And yeah, much love to those guys. All right. Speaking of our boy Billy at Economics and Comics, we've got his pre-order bundle page. So make sure you guys go check it out. He's always got good shit over there. Great deals, great FOC ordering. He's dealing with the diamond craziness right now, which a lot of people are dealing with. So let's hope that it gets better for everybody. But
yeah,
Billy's
I'd be nervous if that was my main distributor.
Yeah, fucking, a lot of people are just, they kind of had enough. So, all right. Let's see what we got here. Is that a Hush cover? You got a Tyler Kirkham Hush cover for World's Finest 36. That's interesting. More of the Mark Brooks animated variants that aren't very good. Love that Frank Cho, though. This Frank Cho's gorgeous. Look at this. It's just a good designed cover.
Yeah. But Cho always has those like really good layouts for his covers. And then I like when he takes away elements of what you would see.
Yeah. It's really good. It's a good cover. There's the Panosian. The Hush cover by Lyrics Lee for Catwoman. They must be doing Hush covers because of Hush, the new Hush story. Christian Ward Challengers the Unknown #3. I love Christian Ward's art. He always does a good covers. DC Horror presents Creature Commanders #5 Fuimara. Let's take a look at that. Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger Spawn #3. Great series so far. Make sure you guys are reading it. It's really, really good. Here's the other Doll Parts covers. This is the one that Billy said was the best out of all of them, and he's right. That's fucking good. Holy cow. Who is that? I've never heard of that artist. Have you ever heard of Jessica Kiofi?
I have not.
Wow. She's damn good.
Yeah.
French edition of Alice in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, illustrated by me, will be out tomorrow. That's super cool. Look at that. Holy shit.
Oh, that was also 31 weeks ago. So
yeah,
just be aware of that. Yeah.
But look at that. I can't even imagine what the rest of that looks like. Her art is amazing. Look at that.
Oh, nice.
Has she been doing comics for a while? Really, really good artist. Look at that, dude.
New Momoko ×2 is what Billy's saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's really good.
Oh, dope. I like the eyes and the...
Dude, I always... Gills of mushrooms creep me out, bro. When they're like fresh, they creep me out.
And when you touch it too.
Yeah. Oh. Ugh. Yeah.
Oh, it's even worse like when you get into like some of the bigger mushrooms, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ugh. So gross. Yeah, she's good. We're gonna keep an eye on her now for sure. And I want to know. I gotta do some research. That is gorgeous.
That's the new artist, Orange.
It's good, right? Right, Hood? That's really fucking good, man.
Orange.
Yeah, I like that. All right. Epitaphs from the Abyss. We'll go over a variant on that. That's pretty good. But you got your normal...
Oh man, I'm still kicking myself for not going to that panel.
Yeah.
But it lined up with the same time as like I think the Transformers panel, like one of the Transformer panels. Or Hasbro panel. I can't remember which one.
The G.I. Joe covers this week are really good. The Derek Chews is decent, but there's a is it a 1 in 25? I believe. Let me go to it real quick here. Yeah, look at this right here. I love these design covers. They're so good.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
One,
That's how design covers should be.
yep. Old school blueprints. And you know why these are so good? Because the vehicles came with blueprints. Like, you know?
Nice. Yeah.
So that's a 1 in 50. This is the 1 in 25. That's that new character. 1 in 10 Nakayama connecting with the Valkyries. Badass biatches.
That looks cool.
Yeah. Derek Chu Chameleon.
Looks like a Street Fighter character.
Finch. Which, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's Tyler Kirkham. And then that's it. So there you go. Not too shabby for that. Hell Hunters has some really good covers. This Rod Rice, is it Rice or Reese? Is it an H sound? Anyways, that's really good. So is this is that story about, it says here, the accident recorded secret revenue mostly through a member, 15-year-old Bucky Barnes, and a cosmic Nazi hellspawn known as Calfiel. There is that Vietnam Ghost Rider. Remember that? That was in Immortal Hulk, I think.
I actually don't remember that.
I saw that. I have a whole run of Immortal Hulk. I'm getting ready to put up for sale, and
Nice.
I was going through it, and yeah, it was cool. Anyways, that made me think of that.
Oh, I need to go pull out all my Red Hulk stuff.
Yes, you do. Sell,
Yeah.
sell.
I
Good
already
Iron
sold
Man
the big
cover.
one. I sold my issue 1 a while ago, like on one of the upticks. So I was happy.
How about this? Is this Portacio? Did it say it was Portacio? No, that's Portacio. When's the last time you saw a Will's Portacio cover?
I don't know.
Yeah. It's interesting. Jenny Sparks. All right. King Spawn has a good cover. That Thaddeus Robeck variant. That's decent. These Mothra.
That's a good bus cover.
Yeah. This Mothra cover is awesome.
Oh, I do like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like a playing card.
Yeah.
With how symmetrical it is.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Yeah. Thank God it's not the shitty IDW logo. Hopefully they get rid of that.
Oh, did they already change it back?
I hope so, man. I hope so. Here's another one.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Is that Sophie Campbell? Is that who that is? Who knows? New Gods number 3 and number 2 second printing. That's a cool New Gods cover right there. There's the Federici. Nightwing 123. There's another Panosian Nightwing.
Oh,
Good night, guys. My wife says I have to go to bed.
You do.
All
Later,
right.
brother.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you soon, bro.
All right.
All right,
Later,
big
Joe.
dog. Later.
Feel better.
This one's pretty good. The Gleb Malenkov variant. It's pretty cool. Power Fantasy Patchwork Girl of Oz number 2. This is a good this question all along the Watchtower cover is pretty good.
What's up, Doc Joe?
Ripperland. Here's all the Rogue stuff. There's the second printing of the Adam Hughes variant. I don't know if the foil was that good.
What they do different? Is it the background?
Yeah, I think so. Wasn't it foil to begin with? And maybe this isn't foil?
I don't know.
It's okay.
Yeah. I just don't see what's different, but okay. I mean, I'm sure if we put them next to each other, I would see it, but I don't see it right off the bat.
This cover's good too. Holy shit. That's crazy. That's that new character.
That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. Rat City Bjorn Barons. That's a good cover.
Yeah.
Star Wars, look at this. If that wasn't Rey, that would be awesome. And if that wasn't Leia, and if it wasn't all these characters. Brian Steelfreeze is fucking great.
Yeah.
Damn,
was there like a Rogue One cover like that?
There might have been. You got an Emperor cover. Pass on all of that. We're gonna talk Star Wars here in a little bit, though.
It's not foil second print.
Okay. That's what I thought. Pete Woods, Titans, number 20. Rob Guillory, that's cool. TVA. And then Ultimate Spider-Man 14. Ultimate Spider-Man 13 was good. Here's more Usagi. So they're all pretty decent.
I'm definitely glad I didn't start collecting Cherry Blossom covers because that would have just broke my bank. Yeah, because I've just been buying like every single Usagi book basically.
Here you go. Here's another Momoko that is very similar to other covers that she's done.
And it's gonna be a Upper Deck trading card soon.
Nakayama. This cover is weird. There's something about it that is off. It's good art. It's great art, but there's something about it to me that's off.
It looks super 80s.
Yeah.
Or 70s. Like almost like you could use that for like a disco cover, album cover.
Yeah.
Just throw Whitney Houston's name above it, you know.
David Yarden, X-Men. All right, here we go. Zatana. Let's get into the Zatana stuff.
Oh, I'm excited to see this. It's gonna break my bank.
There's some really good Zatana covers, dude. Like really fucking good. All right.
Is there a bunch of like store exclusives too on this, or is it just?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Right. This has piqued my interest again.
Gotta be Z. So there we go. Okay. So this is the Chris Bachalo cover.
Bachalo,
pretty good.
Or what?
Yeah. However you say
I forget how you actually pronounce it.
That's a good one. Zerdy foil. There's the Zerdy regular.
I know those chicks with just the flower sleeves.
Souza Micah, banger.
Oh, I like that.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is just beautiful.
She did really good on that.
Yeah. This one's gorgeous. David Tulaski, cardstock variant. Gorgeous.
I like the trade dress on that.
Oh, dude. Just so good. The art's great. If they did some type of, foil on this to make this really pop, this would be cover of the year right here.
Ooh, it would be even cooler. Like, screw just doing foil. Make it embossed. Like,
yes.
Like with all the dots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that would really pop on that.
Damn. That's so good. The art is gorgeous on that. Really, really good.
Joe, go to sleep.
That is beautiful.
Wait, did he pop on to say mama?
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, that Souza Micah cover's fire, bro.
I told you. All these are good. They're all fire.
Bro, go back to the Souza Micah.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who did that one? The blue one.
That was David Talaski.
Who drew this? The Sozamika? Why does this say Campbell on the bottom?
Where? Oh, I don't know. That's weird.
Does that look like Sozamika?
Is it the writer?
Yeah, Jamal Campbell's the writer and artist. He's doing the interior art too.
Oh, okay.
So.
Wow. He should have gotten his brother to do the cover.
That is awesome, dude.
They need to start differentiating all these different Campbells. Like one of these Campbells needs to just already change the C to a K, just so they stand out. It still sounds the same.
Man, that doesn't look like Sozamika, dude.
It's good.
But it's badass.
It is really good. We saw this not too long ago. For something. We talked about it. But all these are good. This one right here is really good too. The Talaski. But hold on. There's even more. That one's okay.
So if you got the blank, who would you get to do a commission?
J. Scott Campbell.
Derek Chu. It's okay.
Yeah. He was doing really good last year.
Here's the 1 in 25. Sowie.
Yeah.
It's okay. And then the 1 in 50. Jamal Campbell to cover. It's not bad.
It's decent. It almost looks like a card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the framing.
Crap.
But the Sozamika that's the virgin.
I like it with the trade.
The trade is better, way better.
Because it has that like where is it, like the marquee posters?
Yes.
Man, that's weird. I thought they would have had better artists on this title since it's the number 1.
It's the main cover, Jamal Campbell.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how many great artists would... Like, where's Adam Hughes, dude? Adam Hughes needs to be on this. At least do a number 1.
Well, I'm good with these three. The Chris Pachalo, the Sozamika, and the Talaski are fantastic. This one, I still can't get over how good this is.
That one?
Yes, bro. I mean, the Sozamika is just as good, but this one blows me away. The whole design of it.
All right, I'm sick, dude. I can't tell.
It's got a very like pinup style, 50s, 40s style pinup art.
See, I like that blue one, dude, with the white shoes, bro, with the bunny rabbits.
Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mama.
That's really good.
I think that Sozamika is my favorite. But I mean, I do like this cover, but I would have to.
I think this one. Who did this one?
David Talaski.
I've never heard of him.
Right? I've heard of him. He's been doing stuff. A lot of covers lately. There you go. It's kind of weird.
Oh, a sweet paprika cover.
A lot of dudes. It almost looks like Christian Ward.
Oh, he's the one doing the dude swimsuit.
Jeez. The reason I'm laughing is this looks like a comedian that I follow. Anyways,
what the fuck is that?
Right?
What the fuck is that?
He's very dude centric, man.
Bro. What is up with the blue beard, dude? And it's not even blue, it's aqua.
How about this one, bro? He don't
Good
give a
Lord.
fuck, man. We got to get this for Stein. Oh, I was hoping there was going to be a dog pulling the pants down. Look at that.
Good Lord. Does he do this on purpose or what?
It sells out, bro.
Yeah, they're really gonna dig the cock on this one.
Jeez, man. I didn't know what I was getting into when I saw this.
Bro, that's a merman, dude. Remember Ben Stiller? Merman.
Are we sure Zatana doesn't have an Adam's apple on this cover?
Dude, she looks gorgeous, dude. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
Yeah, dude. I'm going with the bunny rabbit shoes, dude.
Yeah.
She's wearing the bunny heels. I'm calling it bunny heels.
All right. And then that is the end of that, but I want to show you guys some variants.
Hey, shut up, Brad.
All right.
He said Brad goes, he can draw a new logo for me.
JC Comics.
You could just hire
Papa.
You could just hire Zap off of Fiverr, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where did that go? There we go. Come on. Come on.
This NyQuil's starting to kick in, bro. I'm getting high.
Well, welcome to our level.
Mm-hmm. Is this it? No, it's the next one. Yep, this is it. All right. Let's see if there's any crazy 1 in 50s or ratios that I don't. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Remember when Dino was collecting all the Robert Hack Archie stuff? Look at that Robert Hack cover. This is 9 Lives of Salem #1. Robert Hack variant.
That's cool.
Yeah. Really good. Really good. And then check this out.
Looks like Todd Knock.
You got a awesome. I really like this one right here. This
Man, you remember the Archie covers that came out? This looks very similar to an Archie cover that came out.
It is. This is Robert Hack doing an Archie cover. It's an Archie book.
What did it say at the beginning?
Chilling Adventures presents 9 Lives of Salem.
Oh, okay.
But look how good this. Hopefully, this is limited to like 50, like the other ones were, because that is
there's
awesome.
Your haunted house, Brian. Remember?
But
Yeah.
Sabrina's connected with the Archie world, anyways. So
Yeah,
it's not like it's like.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I didn't see that little logo.
Yeah.
Yep. So this is going to be good. Let's see here. I'll have to check in on that and see if it's limited. Hopefully, it's limited. Here's the main cover, by the way. It's okay. It's not great. So.
Nice pelvic bones.
Oh, did I do that again, dude? Did I just do that? I just did that.
Control Shift T.
Thank you. Control.
Oh, that's a good one. Look at that cat, dude.
T.
That looks like my cat when he's fucking trying to dig into the Temptations bag, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. I gotta save that. Okay, there was more.
Hey, you talk funny, Funhouse Comics. You talk funny, bro.
What is
I'm
this?
over here sick, trying to help Brian with his content, and you guys are
You're
jumping
doing
all
just
over
fine,
me, picking
brother.
on me.
You're doing just
I don't need
fine.
this kind of abuse.
G.I. Joe, we already went over those. Oh, this is a 1 in 25 David Mack. What do you think?
Hey, bro. Hey, Billy. my mother-in-law fucking she crashed the party at Olive Garden, bro. Good Lord.
But Olive Garden's for family.
Hey, more to come.
I kind of like this cover. I like
Yeah.
this cover with all the different layers and everything.
Yeah,
I mean, I know. Yeah,
it's good. It's good. It'll be a big book.
yeah, it works for
Dynamite has the Herculoids #1. So if that brings back some nostalgia for you, there is a Liefeld for that.
Okay, I'm passing out. Good night.
Later, Hood.
All right, later, Joe.
Let's see here. And I think that hold on here. There is this, the Loose End #1. Nice little Reservoir Dogs variant or homage. Second one of those we've seen lately.
Reservoir Dogs or Clerks? I'm just joking.
I was about to say what? Yeah, I didn't need to do that. Okay. And Mothra. I think we already went through those. And here we go. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The main book I wanted to talk about. Pin Up Apocalypse #2. This is the 1 in 15 Matthew Skiff variant. So be ready. I don't think
it's decent.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's a decent one. I mean, I think I still like the issue 1 in what was it? The 1 in 10?
1 in 25, the Sveta Shabina one.
No, the other one.
The 1 in 15?
15?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
This is the cover B.
That looks like one of those caricatures or whatever that you would buy like at an amusement park or something.
Bro, this is total 50s, 40s era pinup to me. Like I see this and I think of Elfgren and Bruce Timm and Vargas, Olivia. This is what I think of when I think of that style pinup. I love it, man. Really, really cool. So this one will continue just to be great cover. Just good covers all across the board, it looks like. You're going to at least
What publisher is this?
This is massive, bro.
This
is massive. And they just announced that they jumped over to, was it Lunar?
Oh, did they?
Yeah. I'm going to send Billy an invite really quick. I think it was. Let's see here. Let me go here and here. And here. Okay. Go back to where I was. Yeah, I still have to find one of those Shabina Pinocalypse #1s. Here's #3. Let's take a look and see if there's anything crazy for #3. That's okay. That's the Tarasov.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So Tarasov does 2 covers. He's the writer and the artist. Wow, very cool. Here's #4. And there's nothing for that. So that's going to be great, man. And then we have Red Coat, Rat City, Ricklemania. Salmon Twitch. Space Ghost. Star Wars Garbage.
I was probably watching Space Ghost Coast to Coast at way too young of an age.
Yeah. Here's Ultimate Spider-Man, 1 in 25. So, see if that one gets any.
This is a decent cover. I mean,
Yeah.
it just looks like a standard variant. I don't know if it monikers a 1 in 25.
Momoko doing her thing.
Yeah, she's like homaging herself, like
Yep.
in the with the issue 2. I don't know about this. It's kind of cool, I guess, but I mean, I don't know who that character is, so it doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah. Billy, check your IG. All right. So that one's okay.
How's he not in the Google chat already?
He is in the Google chat. I didn't even think about that. All right. Vampiro Rockabilly number 5. Let me take a look at this. What do we got here? I thought that it was better from far away, maybe. You got a Army of Darkness homage. Bro, we got 2 sick people on tonight.
Let me hang on. I don't know why it's doing this. Oh, sorry.
You had it, and then you brought it back on.
Oh, wait, I'm trying to do my mic.
All right. Well, he figures his mic out.
There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Barely.
Oh, how about now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
What, is it too loud?
No, dude, you're just sick, bro.
Okay, yeah. What's up?
What's up, brother?
Chilling. How are you?
Massive went to Lunar, you said?
I think so. I think they did.
Oh, I haven't seen nothing yet, but I'm really happy about that.
So check this out.
So
Massive.
that squashes that rumor you and I were talking about.
Yep.
What was the rumor?
There we go. Massive Publishing ends exclusive Diamond comic deal over bankruptcy. Let me see. Maybe they didn't go to Lunar. Massive Publishing, which incorporates Whatnot Comics. Oh, wow.
You didn't know that?
I did, but this first time that actually says it. Has stated that it's ending its exclusive distribution deal with Diamond. Last week, they posted the following. Like many of you, we learned distributor Diamond Comics is filed for Chapter 11. In their statement in the press, they have made it clear that this is to restructure debt. Yada, yada.
Oh, here's who they're partnered with. Printed in Blood.
Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, it's on their website. Here, I'll put the link in the. Or do you just want me to share my screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're going to a new distributor.
It's got to be one of the two. It's got to be.
Yeah. So this is from their website. Partnership.
So just so you know, Whatnot Comics is not Whatnot.
No, it's not.
It's a separate entity.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But this is also the same thing too, right? Because like Massive is a separate entity.
They sell under Massive. Yeah.
What?
See, this is a problem for me because there's holdouts at Dynamite, and Massive was one of them. And I'm not buying. I'm not going to buy from Diamond anymore. I meant Diamond. Sorry. I'm not going to buy from Diamond anymore because they're not replacing damages and they're not sending me my shit, dude. I'm like 2 weeks behind now.
Yeah, it sucks, bro. It really sucks. I think this is something else, bro. I think Printed in Blood is a art book that they're going to be.
Oh.
Yeah. So let me see here. What does it say here?
I feel like I'm not in the room, but I am.
Yes, we may one day receive money from Diamond once a debt restructuring is approved in courts, but that process can take well over a year, and we may only receive a fraction of the debt owed.
I'm gonna try something.
Let me see here. Retailers.
Oh, that was old news, anyways. That was like May of 2024.
Retailers, we have appreciated your support since we launched in 2022 and are committed to continue bringing you the best products possible. We will, for the first time, be making those products available through other distribution partners. Announcement coming soon. So, there you go. Hold on. Fucking Billy cracks me up, dude.
Oh, his
Oh my gosh, bro, you crack me up.
We can't hear you.
Now we can hear you, yeah.
Yeah. Wait, now we can't
Am
hear
I
you.
in 2 different rooms?
Yeah, you're in 2 different rooms. Hold on, let me remove yeah. There you go. Hold on.
Wait, do we need both of them?
No, you should be good now.
Oh.
Yeah,
but I can't hear him.
Billy's been having problems with getting his diamond orders, and he's got how many you say you need? 6 of the Thundercats. Yeah, we can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just say I ordered a shitload of Thundercats Apex spears, right?
Yeah.
And I had 6 damage. Well, I had more than that, but I ate the rest, and I had 6. I still have 6 that need to go out to my customers, right? I have them here. They're damaged. I'm not going to send my customers that shit. So you can hear me again. I just want to double check that I'm on my headset. Okay. So the first thing I did was ask Diamond immediately, right? And they kept doing the runaround and not giving it to me. Then I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes, but about a month ago, Nick said, give him a call if I have any problems, Dynamite. And I refused. I was like, I'm not doing that. And so I finally bit the bullet and said, I'll do that because my customers come first. So I reached out to Nick for 6, and I waited about a month of back and forth, and he basically said he couldn't do it. And so I was like, well, let me reach out to Mark Spears just for 6 books, dude. I've been doing this for like 6 weeks. And Mark hasn't got the Instagram message yet. It's because it was show seen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
it's probably
so
in the little area where he's got to jump over and see it.
Oh, where he has like a message request or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I've been talking to him before.
Oh, okay.
He just had.
He's
just super busy. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Busy. But that was my last ditch effort. I'm like, you know what? He might have got some comps. Let me offer to buy them from him. Like, I'm willing to buy him again and again and again just to get it for my customers. But I'm holding out for his reply for maybe another couple days, and if not, then I'm gonna reach out to my 6 customers and
see. That's what I'm telling
them,
you guys. You need to go sign up at economicsandcomics.com and get on that pull list. This is the type of shit this guy will do for his customers.
2 months. Well, unfortunately, it's like no matter what I do, it doesn't matter. Like I literally, okay, so check this out. There's an Iron Man Capcom cover, right?
Yep.
It's just an Iron Man number 3. I only need 1. I can't get it anywhere. I've been holding this guy's order, waiting for a replacement. It's not coming, right? So I just bought it right earlier today for $10 fucking dollars, bro. And I'm gonna get it shipped from eBay. It should have cost me 2. And I'm gonna get this guy his replacement 5 times as much as it costs.
Yep.
So that's what I do. And you know what? I'm doing my best, but like it's really starting to piss me off. And this is why I'm not gonna do business with Diamond anymore. I already had problems and now they screwed everybody over. And to think that I'd even get replacements, right? Yeah, I hope not, Brad. But um, to think that I'd even get replacements if I ordered from them is like just a joke.
So I have a question about this. So say if you have a current Diamond account and you owe them money.
I don't know them shit.
Okay, we'll just say like hypothetically, right? And then they do shut down. Do you still have to pay them the money you owe?
Of course.
Okay.
Because you owe them. See, that's something that, Brian had a conversation last week in the industry of comics. And I'm going to try not to talk as much because the more I talk, the harder it is for me to breathe because of fucking COVID, dude. But Brian asked a question about, like, why does Diamond owe you? Or like something like that.
No.
And like,
yeah, basically what happened is we were talking about exactly what you're asking, and Dennis and Jesse were trying to explain, Diamond does this and that's why they kind of owe us. And I said exactly that. Why do they owe you? They don't owe you anything.
And that's why, look, it's not their fault. It's not comic book store's fault, right? But they're ordering something without paying for it. A comic book store, okay? Mm-hmm. So if I bought something from you, Yi, right? Mm-hmm. No, I said I'll give you $20, Yi, but send it to me first. Would you fucking do that?
Oh,
no,
yeah,
no,
no, I wouldn't say. Yeah, I wouldn't send you something first without being paid. Yeah,
that's what the comic book industry is. So comic book stores, nothing against comic book stores, that's how it works. They get front the product, right? And then after everything's said and done, the dealer wants their money.
Yeah.
And you gotta pay him, dude.
Yeah.
So that's why I pay up front on everything. Now Diamond, of course, invoices. They all invoice when it's shipped out, right? But some companies, I guess, a lot of these conference stores don't have automatic payment. They just wait, or they have some other deals or something like that. Mm-hmm. And that's why, let's be honest, this kills comic book stores because most comic book stores don't open up with mad cap money. They get loans. Like even Shopify, right? Shopify keeps saying, "Hey, we'll give you $100,000, Bill, right? Use our money to buy your product."
Oh, like, yeah, because eBay does the same thing too.
Yeah, and I'm like, why would I do that, dude?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Why would? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's smart though in certain ways because if you use like a credit card or financing, you can claim bankruptcy, I guess, and you know what I mean?
Yeah. But real fake comics made sense to me. It's like selling drugs.
Yeah, so it is. If you're not the dealer, right?
Yeah.
Then it's like if
you're just
the middleman.
Well, this gives me perfect intro into tonight's special favorite segment of everybody's.
I got at you, McClay. I hope this makes your comic book drama, because these dudes, goofy ass dudes.
Into the news. Into the into the
but let's get down to business.
All right. We got to start off drama alerts. Jesse said he wants a link. I'll send Jesse a link. Yeah.
I can't see. All I see is the green. Is it because I'm on the StreamYard app?
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah,
I have a green background. I use.
I know.
OBS.
I should have done the other one. Damn it! I don't know why.
Open it. You can open it in Chrome, and it might work better.
I'll just stay on the green unless it's something cool I need to see.
So
if you like looking at the cosmic background floating behind you. But that might give you motion sickness, though, right?
Oh man!
All right, Jesse, check the industry chat. Okay, so very interesting thing updated on. You guys know we've talked about Kyle Willis around here. We've had Kyle Willis on to come and talk to us in a Drama Alert segment. Kyle has been, in the game for a while. He's, he's dealt with a lot of fuckery in the past, whether it's dealing with people like Epic, being called out for fuckery on his own art. And when he came on here, he kind of said he's trying to do better. And this is very interesting to see this coming from his blog. Look at this. News. Important notice for Morpheus comic book buyers. If you guys remember, this is the guy that screwed over Souza Micah. He was Souza
Oh my
Micah.
God, I don't want to talk about that guy.
Yeah. And he caused her a lot of heartache. He took over her Whatnot account and did not send any of the books that people won out and took all their money. She went into, pretty bad debt over it. And is just now trying to get her life going. And he did it to a bunch of other people. Of course, Nerdy Girl called him out for it. And now Kyle Willis is calling him out. Kyle Willis says, to all the individuals who purchased comic books from Morpheus via eBay Live, I will regret to inform you that due to circumstances beyond my control, I am currently holding a collection of graded comic books that were intended to be shipped to you. Morpheus, the individual you made your purchases from, has failed to settle the CGC grading fees, JSA authentication fees, and related shipping charges. Unfortunately, Morpheus has since disappeared, and I am left in the difficult position of having to ensure these fees are paid before these books can be shipped to their rightful owners. What I need from you, he basically says that he needs you to reach out to him, and he will try and figure it out. So this is pretty interesting. Morpheus.
He stole their money, dude.
He stole a ton of money, bro.
Because that money was paid up front, and that's
And
that money was paid for the grading services, and he took that shit.
Yep.
yeah, I mean, so I have a couple questions about this, right? Like, because I've obviously ordered from CGC before. We've all kind of got books back before. So my question is, like, how does Kyle? Was he shipped the book? Like were the books shipped to him from CGC? Like, I don't understand how that happens. Like I thought it was always that you submit your books, when they're finished grading, they charge you, then they ship it to your house.
So this is what he says. He says, "What I need from you."
Bill?
If you purchased a book from Morpheus, please reach out to me with the proof of your purchase. This could be an eBay transaction record, an order confirmation, or any relevant documentation that proves you are the rightful owner of one or more of these books. What happens next? I will compare your proof of purchases to the books I currently have in my possession. If we match your purchase to a book, I will send you an invoice for the grading fees. They haven't sent to CGC, I don't think yet, which are $27 per book, along with JSA, if applicable, $25 per signature, and return shipping fees of approximately $12 per book. Once these fees are paid, your books will be shipped directly to you. So I don't know if he has them.
He's got them.
He's got them.
Yeah, because he says he has.
He owns them.
Yeah, that he has graded comics in his possession.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, is he already fronting the bill?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Yep.
Yeah.
Because
bad for him.
Because that's the only. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Isn't that the only way you get back books from CGC in the first place? Is if someone pays the bill?
Yeah, they won't send it unless you pay them, dude.
I mean, it's not Diamond, right? So.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is people paid for the books itself, so he's not getting that money for the books itself. It sounds like as well. So he might just be eating the books because already got paid, and is just saying, "Okay, I'm going to take care of these guys. I'll take that loss, but I need to get paid for these graded books." So,
wow, and
it depends on how many there are.
This was another one of his posts that he put out in December talking about it.
Okay.
Yeah. So very interesting. More fallout from Morpheus, aka Edward Moorfield, is his name, it looks like. So it says here, my mother always said my bleeding heart would never fail to lead me to trouble. Oh, look, Dennis is going to show in too. We have both of the industry guys here. Some of you know Edward Moorfield, some of you don't. Most people know him by his seller handle, Morpheus Multiverse.
You sound like a robot, Dennis.
Reset your
vibrators on.
Yeah, reset your stuff, Dennis. Come out and come back. So it says, I met Morpheus at NerdyCon in 2022. I liked Morpheus. He has a presence and charisma about him and has a way of making a person feel important when he engages with them. I was on the road a lot in the last 2.5 years working conventions, so I would see him at shows often. I even invited him out to the Stowe event last year where the photos above were taken. Morpheus took up a role in a retailer collective called the Near Mint All-Stars. He ended up representing an up-and-coming artist, so is Micah. Then it was announced that he had been tapped to be the exclusive variant program director for Massive Publishing. He was respected and well-liked, and he was starting to go places. Then, somewhere along the way, it all went sideways. Over the past year and a half or so, Morpheus sold a bunch of signed books and exclusives, some at MegaCon Orlando back in February of 2024, some go back further than that. He had accumulated a short box full of books that needed to be graded. As he tells it, after MegaCon, he dropped off this box of signed books with a facilitator to be submitted. There was no information, no list of buyers, nor any indication of who had signed the books and when at what show. So naturally, this facilitator ignored the box and waited for Morpheus to provide some context. It never came. It is to my understanding that it was 2 months before Morpheus called this facilitator to ask about these books. And the box of raw books was handed back over to Morpheus at that time, and he was told it was too late to submit them. That was his story. Sometime in June or July, I heard through the grapevine that Morpheus had been deplatformed from eBay Live. This was when I started to hear rumblings of how things were being said about Morpheus not fulfilling orders and people getting refunds. People who were close with him were worried that he was being cavalier about serious allegations. They were making claims about his spending habits, and people started to notice he was buying expensive gifts and treating his girlfriend to a lavish lifestyle. I had made the decision to drive from Florida to San Diego for SDCC. I had never driven across the country, so I rented a minivan. I filled it with product, headed across the nation at my own pace. It was awesome. On my way there, I spent some time thinking about what Morpheus was going through, how people were calling him a scammer. As someone who likes to see the best in people, I had seen honest goodness in this man. I felt bad for him. It says here he... trying to shorten this. I asked him, it looks like he reached out to him. He brought me up to speed, and I told him what I wanted to help. I asked him to compile a list of the creators who had signed these books of his, and I would try help him come up with some options. That's interesting. What options could he come up with? Maybe just do JSA and have him just do JSA. He can't do signature series, so... Morpheus came over to my Airbnb. Dennis, your mic's all fucked up, bud. It's really fucked up. There's something wrong with it. Morpheus came over to my Airbnb in San Diego, and after seeing some of our fellow streamers, I guess he made the decision not to attend the convention. He was only there at the house for a few minutes. I felt like I saw him, said hello, and then when I turned around, he was gone. The next time I saw him was the Tuesday morning as we were loading up to vacate the Airbnb. Morpheus showed up and started helping us load our vehicles with outgoing mail and luggage. We had to be out of the house by 11 a.m. and without seconds to spare, it was Morpheus dropped a ninja bomb and was gone. It wasn't until I had driven back 5 days across the United States that I noticed that Morpheus had left that short box of books in my rental. He snuck and slid that box of signed books into my van and never said a single word about it to me. I was so perplexed that the next day I started getting messages from people on all platforms, asking me if I had their books and would I check to see if their books were in my possession. How the hell did anyone know I had even had these books when I didn't even know I had them? It was a great question. I'm glad you asked. The night before Morpheus had gone live on Whatnot after being off platform and basically in hiding for months, and started telling his followers that Kyle Willis had their books and not to worry, they would be getting all their graded books back soon and Kyle was going to make everything okay. Well, this was news to me. Wow, that's pretty fucked up.
So is this dated December?
Yeah, December.
Okay,
So
and then the email today is, or the one you talked about at the beginning, that's January, right?
Yeah, that's today. The one that's from, that just happened this week. He said, I ultimately made the decision to submit these books to CGC and have JSA authenticate the signatures. I explained to Morpheus the plan, and on October 19th, I sent him an invoice for the cost of grading, which he assured me would make payments toward. Over the course of the following month, he made several promises to send me payments and get into a rhythm of paying off the invoices week by week. The promises were empty. These payments never came. I see now that he never had any intention of making it right. He is everything they said he was, and now I'm left holding the bag. That bag cost me $4,000. Here's a screenshot. He's got screenshots. So that is where this all came from, and now he has those books back. So it looks like at least some of these books are going to get back to their owners, which is a good thing. I guess good on Kyle for doing it, right?
Right. Yeah, because Morpheus was kicked off eBay in June, July. That's when he was kicked off eBay. So these transactions had to actually happen back then, because I can't see Cal bringing him on eBay in December.
No.
To resell books. Okay.
No. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was even, those books were even older than that, because it was from like MegaCon, which would have been in March. Yeah, so it would have been in March. So it was even earlier before he even got kicked off the platform, right? And then, is that the correct amount of time period too? Like getting books graded in, say July or
if he sent
August,
if he sent them in December, because he said that he sent them in December, right? Isn't that what he said?
No.
Yeah, he just looks shady, bro.
I know.
Well, I mean, no, because he said he got the invoice in like October.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it was at MegaCon, I mean, obviously CGC is in Tampa.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, because because originally Morpheus was working with some sort of facilitator, but then, he didn't have any paperwork with any of the books that he was submitting, and then it was too late to get the witness stuff. But I don't know. Yeah,
and unfortunately, this happens nonstop in the comic book industry. It's just technically part of the industry, unfortunately. And if it's not him, it's someone else. So we've gone through stretches of just bad apples, and you just got to work through it. And but something like this is challenging, because you do have the books. These people are asking for them, and
you need to trust that your. What you need to do is put faith in people that you know in business in a long time and have built a trustworthy reputation. If something seems shady, just don't do it.
Yeah, Billy, you remember, and I'm not going to mention his name, what we went through in Arizona with that store owner that doesn't live in Arizona anymore. And you just move past it. It's a challenge.
I'm trying to think of store. You just give me like the first letter or something.
The first letter. How do I say
there's a
his
private
name?
Chat. Hold on. Can you see the private chat?
Yeah.
I'm in this stupid thing, man. It's like starred. Oh, okay.
No, okay, if Jesse types it out, I'll look at it and say the first letter for you.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Oh, wait, I see it. Wait. Oh, wait.
Oh, do you see it? Okay, so I don't have to say it out loud.
I can't. I don't know what store that is. Just put it in the private chat store.
Yeah, it was. Oh shoot, I don't even remember the name of his store.
How long ago was it? 30, 20?
About 3 years
Oh.
ago.
Oh wait, yeah. Tell me the story then, because I don't know.
Yeah. But anyways, we've always had that, and you think, okay, cool, we get away from it, and then boom, something else happens.
Is this the store on the west side?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. All right.
Yeah, and you think you get away from it, and something else pops up. But I will tell you, the percentage of bad apples is so small compared to good people. So I think that is an advantage there. I don't have much time.
Instincts.
Right, exactly. I don't have much time. I just want to tell you guys a real quick story today that happened to me. So me and Shannon went to 5 stores in Florida today.
Ooh.
And I will tell you, seeing empty new issue shelves were crazy. Of people not getting their books and walking in traditionally.
I was thinking like all these stores were like selling comics like crazy, like it's like the first day of
I'm 2 weeks behind on just Diamond books.
Yeah, it is crazy. And so
everything else is good. Everything else is good. Penguin and Lunar are fine. Just letting you know.
Sure. So walking into stores, and usually people say to me, "Oh my gosh, we got this, we got this, we got this," and it was, "Oh my gosh, dude, we just haven't got any orders in." And to see empty shelves was very, very disappointing. Every single store we walked into, I bought 1 new issue out of 5 stores. Obviously, we buy a lot of back issues. Main reason why we go in, but we like to pick up 10, 20 new issues because we know that helps stores even more by buying.
What are you in Florida for?
I moved my store from Arizona to Florida.
What?
Yeah. So
you live in Florida now, Jesse?
Yeah. Between Orlando and Daytona, I'm like 20 minutes from Disney World.
Do you know people there? I mean, do you have family there or what?
Yes, I have family here, and it was a good move because of our new direction of our company, where we're more, we do so much business on eBay.
Online.
Yeah, online. It's crazy, just like you. And so we'll eventually open up a store with a warehouse with a small 200 square foot front. So we're going from 8,000 square feet to like 4,000 square feet.
I can't believe you're not here, dude. Look, you're on the whole an hour away from me, right? But not having you in this state doesn't feel right to me at all.
Yeah. I get weird. tons of emails about it, and it's just moving parts over the last 6 months. But as you go into these stores, and you can hear these stores telling customers when they hand them their new issues, their box, and they're handing them 3 books or they're handing them 5 books, and the customer's like, "Whoa, where are my other stuff?" I have 3 orders that I still have not got from Diamond. So, I'm just on here to tell people, if you go into your store, be patient with them, understand the situation they're in. They've got so much stress because they do want to take care of you. But like Billy said, he just needs those 6 issues. And a comic book store owner.
Oh, but those are from 2 months ago, bro. I've been trying to get those for 2 months. Yeah,
for 2 months. A comic book store, when we have books that we owe you, it's not like we go to dinner and we just forget about it. I mean,
if you have OCD, it's the worst goddamn thing. I'm like the movie The Accountant. You know how where he's like autistic and he's a trained killer. Ben or what? The Accountant, where he like
exactly
Ben Affleck,
and he's like, I have to finish. That's his line.
Yeah.
I have to finish. I get that way. I have to finish, and I see it there, and it has 1 book that's waiting. I'm like, I have to finish, and I cannot stop thinking about it. It's driving me goddamn nuts.
Yeah, I love how he does that, but then he also finishes every kill with a headshot to make sure they're dead. That's how his OCD works. It's crazy. And number 2 is coming out this year, so that's gonna be awesome.
They're making that another one? Oh, sweet.
Yeah. So, anyways, I just want to tell everybody, listen. Every comic book store feels your pain. They will get your books. They will eventually get your books. So give them a couple weeks. They're working hard. They're trying to pay their rents. It sucks where they're at, but this is where they're at. The question about comic book stores owing Diamond money, when Diamond files bankruptcy, they have to actually put their receivables they haven't got paid on So all those stores are probably on a list that says XYZ owes 4,000, 3,000, 2,000. That helps them in their BK to show that there is potentially money coming in.
Even if they haven't shipped out the books?
Yep, even if they haven't shipped out the books. Because it's still your FOCs. When you do a FOCs, when you sign off, you're committing to that order.
Oh, yeah, that's correct.
Right.
Correct.
So you're saying, I agree with my order. I'm going to pay for this order when I get it. What you'll see is net 7s, net 10s, 15s, and 30s. Those will go away. You won't have those anymore. You can't have those. You can't front money. You need the money now. So a lot of people are then go from what they owe to COD, and whether they get checks or money orders, whatever it is. So
can I ask you a funny question that's always I've always wondered. Okay.
Sure.
And you're new to Florida, right? Okay. So I won't put you in this pile of Floridians yet. Even though you went from AZ to Florida, it's like the 2 retirement places in the United States.
Exactly.
But what I've noticed is there's a lot of comic stores there and collectibles, and you have all that. Well, what's his name moved to Texas now, but CGC and all the grading companies, everyone's there, right?
Right.
Why the hell is everyone that has to do with paper in a place that gets flooded and stormed nonstop all the time? That's one thing I always wanted to know.
Taxes.
Right. Yeah, well, taxes, for sure.
Oh, okay. So that's
but when you go and like right now, we've already looked at like 100 places. We're already looking at, is this place on a hill? Does it have a water reservoir next to it? Because if it does, that means it's flooded all the time.
Yeah.
So we had a great place right across the post office, and literally the last hurricane, you couldn't get to it for 2 weeks because of the water. So it's really about investigating how high you are up that hill, and then asking that real estate agent, tell me the backstory. Has there been floods? And then once you get here and you go through this, it's normal to wake up. It's kind of like when I lived in Seattle. You wake up, it's 80 degrees. By the time you get off, it's raining. And that's kind of how where we are in Florida. So the same thing. But you'll see a lot of house on stilts. Even in the middle of the city, there's like
so crazy
4 feet gap before the house actually starts. They're on these stilts.
If
So
I was you, I wouldn't trust a real. Look, I'm a realtor. Okay.
yeah.
If you really want the right information, go to the city of wherever you're at and ask them, because it's you're above and beyond for a realtor.
Right, exactly. Yeah, and you can do everything. If you're asking for paranormal, I always ask. I know it's crazy, but I always ask. Yeah, paranormal. My store in Arizona is a paranormal store, and it's crazy. It's literally crazy. But anyways, folks,
well, hold on. You can't leave without talking about that.
Yeah.
How is it haunted?
All right. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Is it haunted?
So, yeah, it's haunted. And the girl, this is the funny part. The girl looks like Shirley Temple. Looks exactly like Shirley Temple. And when we have the paranormal, because every night at midnight, I mean, literally, folks, if you've ever been in paranormal, what happens is it gets cold and your hair starts to stick up.
You get
it literally does. Yeah.
Brian's like, why have you never told me this before?
I thought that was
dude, my movie theater is haunted.
Yeah. And so we have the paranormal guys, and basically what had happened is there's a store called Brass Armadillo.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah, which is extremely paranormal. And what happens is all this product comes in from these old places, and sometimes the normal ghost or whatever comes with it. So when you buy that product and bring it to your store, you're bringing over this, in this case, this little girl ghost. And so everybody didn't, because we used to be open to 1 a.m., right? We open up at 9 a.m., close at 1 a.m. No one would work past midnight because that's usually when it was. So I'd be usually the person there. Yeah, and I'd have my back against the wall. And you just see this little girl running. It just freaks you out to a point where after about 7-8 years, I didn't care anymore. But this is the crazy part. The crazy part is when we started to do the move out to Arizona, there was this big stand, and it was covered by about 20 long boxes. We never got through. We knew they were direct, so we never moved it. So as we're moving it, and I'm walking in the back, they move the last box, and it's a picture of Little Debbie, who Little Debbie is actually the same as Shirley Temple. So we all of a sudden see this face and realize that's the item that came over that was paranormal. We got rid of it, never saw the ghost again. So
what'd you do with it?
We actually sold it to someone, so I didn't tell him about the paranormal thing. I just think I said, "Listen, I got this cool Shirley Temple display. Do you want it?" He's like, "Oh, I could use that." I'm like, "You know what? You can have it for free." So
you really screwed that guy, actually.
Yeah, exactly. So he's probably going crazy right now with his hair sticking out the store, going, "What the F? How did this happen?" So, but it's part of your story. It's part of your story and part of your tradition and part of your culture. And so it's always been very interesting in this comic book world. The fun part about this is the stuff that's non-comic book that happens in your store, that creates your story, that makes it fun for you to come in. Because being around comics every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year is challenging sometimes. When something comes up like this, it's very, very cool. You know, I bought a collection, 100 long boxes, to see Brian sitting on the floor going through the boxes and saying, "Oh, we got this and we got this, we got." That's the fun part about it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's really the paranormal story. But it does happen, and it's in stores across the nation. What's up, Dennis? What are you doing?
Have fun in Florida.
Yeah.
You should have brought her with you, man. That would've
Yeah.
been cool.
Oh, yeah.
Dennis, did you hear Billy's thing? He's trying to find 6 Mark Spears Apex, Thundercats Apex #1s. So if you run into any, be on the lookout.
I'll check with my side guy. Yeah.
Cover V, but you know, whatever. I've already tried everybody, dude. Spears is my last ditch effort.
Yeah.
Mark, I know you're watching this show, dude. Check out Instagram. I'll message me back either way.
Dude, I woke up this morning. I'll tell you what, everybody should have a day like I had today. I woke up this morning to a new video by Emmett. And it's like, I stole this idea and I'll tell you who I stole it from or something like that. I forget what it is, whatever his new video is. I got so many damn shout outs in that video from Emmett. Haven for Heroes.
Who is Emmett, first of all?
Haven for Heroes.
Haven for Heroes in New York.
Oh, he was on the show last week. Okay, yes. I know who it is now.
Great guy. But he was like, and I took this idea, and actually he even gave one of Jesse's ideas and attributed it to me. So Jesse, you got a shout out, but it went to me. So I'm giving it to you right now.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's been taking the tips that we give on the show and he's been taking it to heart, and it's making him money. And that's what the whole Tuesday show is about, really.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the rest of my day just went great. You know, like I was listening to Jesse while I was trying to get my computer restarted. All these stores are empty. We sold so many comic books today. And I bought 2 collections yesterday. And just comic books are, you have to have them. And I was just listening to Jesse, and I'm like, if you're a store whose shelves are empty, grab that long box in the back that is got dust on it and just take and spread out the 100 coolest books you have in the back and just put them on your new comic wall if you don't have any comics.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesse, I know we're supposed to have the sympathy for these guys, but there's things they could do to not have empty shelves. Empty shelves is not books that are selling.
Well,
it looks weird in the store anyways. That's like, how often do you go to a store where they have empty shelves and like you can find something?
Well, I mean, how big are these people's new comic book release shelves anyway? Stores don't have huge new release shelves. It's all back issue, bro. So there's plenty of shit they can find.
Well, I mean, the comic shops I go to, I mean, I live in the bigger city, right?
So
but anyways,
like, whatever.
Their entire like back wall is usually like new comics. Even if it's like back issues from the last
yeah, I mean, on average,
couple months
there's
or
100
whatever.
new titles that come out every week, 400 titles a month. You know, that might
Yeah,
fluctuate a little bit, but you've got to have space for those.
Right. Yeah,
You know?
and so at the end, listen, the one store we walked out with, I mean, obviously it was sell stuff, but we walked out with 400 books. But the notion is, it's crazy. They have all their back issues for 50 cents. I don't understand how a store stays in business selling their back issues for 50 cents. But anyways, so yeah, I'm just like, I'll just take this long box. I'll take half of this long. Crazy, right? But I think the notion that if you rely on new issues and that's 75% of your business, these times are where the most challenging times are because you did not pivot for these cases. That's the issue they have. We always had a thing, if someone walked in and bought new issues at the store and didn't walk out with the back issue, we actually didn't sell them anything.
Yeah, the point is
that's,
to get him.
That's what Emmett attributed to me, by the way. That statement right there.
Have you
But
guys?
I believe in it fully. I believe in it fully.
Well,
that's why you get new comics.
I want to.
If you own a brick and mortar, yeah, of course, you need them coming in to buy some old
Or
stuff.
you have to have a different concept, though, Billy.
Well, I mean, I understand that, but yeah, I understand what you mean. I guess in your case, right, you don't sell new books, right? So
nope.
You don't have them. You had to pivot, right? So you're more of a collectible.
Well, I was saying
store?
this, I was saying this 7 years ago. The day is going to come that no new books show up. I was saying this before COVID.
Well, sure. I mean,
there's going to be a day where you
it's
don't
gonna be
have new
digital.
books, and if you rely on new books, you better have some other form of income at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, yes, you guys. I agree. This is affecting stores, right? And it's affecting me, but not to the point that you guys are saying. Because I pivoted to Lunar and Penguin 2 years ago. So I only missing 5% of my books, to be honest with you. Because I only had Boom, Dynamite, was it Xenoscope maybe if people order that. Everything else I have still. So.
So it's not like life-changing numbers from you of what you're missing out from Diamond.
No. I mean, there's a percentage there. It's not huge,
right?
But I mean, not that many people. I mean, it was Boom and Dynamite are the main ones that hurt, but they're not. I mean, I got like maybe 12 issues. Someone would order 12 copies of Dynamite book, right? Or Boom, I'd maybe sell 30 something is going to children's or 40 or something like that. But right now, it's not a problem because
you don't need to tell people how many copies of something is killing the children I buy from you.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
Is your first name Ray?
No, it's not.
Okay.
I was just joking around.
Well, I have a Yee, and I keep wondering if it's you. I don't think it is.
I order from you every so often, but my first name's Aaron.
Okay, that's not. Oh, okay. All right, now I know who you are.
Yeah,
I'm gonna fart in your box.
Oh, appreciate it.
That's what she said.
A little COVID fart.
Yeah.
Okay, so skip this week's order. Gotcha.
No,
I want to say something real quick about, since we are in drama alert. Did you guys hear? And we kind of almost talked about this on the retailer show. So I'm glad you guys are here for this. Did you guys hear the news about Neil Gaiman and Dark Horse dropping all Neil Gaiman stuff? They're dropping the On Sawzy Boys series. They're dropping it all.
That's not hard to believe at all.
No.
You know why? Because I sold. The only people that bought it was a cover buy for David Mack, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe 2 people bought it out of 100. So it's just a poor selling book.
Yeah, but here's the interesting thing. Is this the first domino to fall where everybody starts going?
Oh, yeah. You'll hear a release from Marvel very soon, but they have to run it through their lawyers, I'm sure, and to see. Because, I mean, if you remember, Marvel made a deal with Neil Gaiman the second the Angela Todd McFarlane lawsuit finalized. Like, it was done before but it was announced after the decision. And that's when they bought Angela from Neil Gaiman. And then they made that deal to have him do more Miracle Man stuff, if you remember all of that. So there was.
So what's the worry here in regard to Domino's? I don't get how this is connected to Diamond.
His name is Poison.
No. We're talking about Neil Gaiman
being canceled.
Why did he get canceled? Fill me in.
Wasn't he like raping his nanny or something like that?
Oh, some shit like that happened?
Yeah, I wouldn't use that word, but
grooming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Eight women. 8 women have come out.
And I made a mistake on the Tuesday show and thought it was 15-year-old girl,
but they weren't.
Wasn't that I misread that.
Yeah.
Everybody was of consenting age.
So I don't understand what's the problem. He was having sexual relations with maids?
Fans from cons, girls that would come up to him at cons, and he would ask to hire them, and he would end up grooming them, I guess is what they're saying.
This word grooming, I don't get it. He's selling them as hookers? I don't
No. Basically what it means is you use your power to think that you have an end goal of sex from these girls, and you do everything you can to try and get there, and it's basically that's what it is. That's what they call it.
And what happens?
You take advantage of these girls.
Say no.
You take advantage of them, basically. Whether that's the power advantage that they call it, or
I look at it this way: nobody is going after Motley Crue for having all the fun that they had with groupies. Nobody's going after the Beatles for all the fans that they had fun with.
Yeah, what's the difference? I don't understand.
I really don't see the difference if it's consenting adults.
That's exactly where I'm at.
Billy, I'll tell you what the difference is. Comic book people think they are better than everybody else, and therefore they must adhere to a certain level. However, it's very interesting that everybody knew Neil was like this, and they just wanted to have Neil Gaiman do an imprint for their publishing company.
Right, but Dennis, did the Beatles, when they were posting on Facebook back in the day, social media is completely different nowadays.
Oh, I know. It's modern. It's a modern,
but it's
foul.
But it's also different, like, because wasn't he hiring some of these to work for him?
Oh yeah.
But so that's the difference, right, between a groupie and like these comic fans that are working for him. Like the Beatles aren't hiring groupies to work for them to go on tour with them.
Well, I mean, it's semantics at a certain point, though.
Yeah, if they're consenting.
Yee, have you ever had a fan try to hook up with you at a show?
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Exactly. You understand the power of fame.
Right. I mean, I understand that point, but it's not like I was taking those girls and being like, hey, be my merch girl now and start selling shirts for me.
I do recall somebody saying a phrase like, when you're famous, girls will let you grab them by something.
Yeah, it's practically
and
law
that
now.
is not a false statement. It's just a statement you probably shouldn't say.
I think this is probably some of the problem that he's having is that he used to be one of these guys that was like a white knight for quote unquote survivors. He believes all women and all survivors, and he stood on this white knight stuff. And at the same time, he was quote unquote taking advantage of these girls. And when I say this, I don't mean that I think he was taking advantage of these girls. What I mean by that is, in the left-leaning world that he was trying to be in, saying he was, he believes all survivors and it doesn't, whatever. He was trying to be in that world, and at the same time, he was doing everything that world says is wrong. So it's like you're kind of a hypocrite here, bud.
Yeah, exactly. And in 2016, I remember somebody was like, Dennis, why won't you say something about this? And I'm like, because I have no idea how many P's I've grabbed throughout the years. I'm not going to say a damn thing.
Yeah, why would you? It's stupid. Anyways, here's so it says here at the center of these.
Dennis.
At the center of the allegations is Scarlett Pavlovich, a former nanny for Gaiman and his ex-wife Amanda Palmer. Her account is harrowing, detailing multiple instances of alleged sexual assault and coercion. She claims that Gaiman first assaulted her in 2022 when she was just 22 in an outdoor bathtub at his New Zealand home. The alleged abuse continued over several weeks, with her describing increasingly degrading and non-consensual sexual encounters. So there you go. That's pretty damning.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah.
There you go.
What Dark Horse, the only thing Dark Horse is doing is they're getting ahead of the story. That's all they're doing. They want to make this announcement, get out of it. And so these companies are then, you'll start seeing companies who just want not to be in this story start making statements like this so they can move forward and move on.
There's been a big
Dark Horse.
history.
Yeah.
There's been a big history, and I won't say the name, but the parties after Comic Cons got pretty wild.
Well, I heard
personally
got.
got.
When was the last time? Well, never mind.
I heard about those.
Probably San Diego, but I was hanging out with you guys, so I didn't get to see it. I watched one of the greatest writers of X-Men get
Chris
approached. I'm not saying anything, sir.
Okay,
You're
Joe
putting
Casey.
words in my mouth, and I don't appreciate it.
Those are the only two.
And I watched him get introduced to a Psylocke cosplayer who looked very attractive, and he proceeded to finger bang this cosplayer in the bar in front of the entire convention.
That's not him. I don't believe Chris did that.
Okay.
Now we know it was Chris. God damn it, I can't believe he did that.
Oh, no, I was talking to the chat. Sorry. I was talking to the chat.
Yeah.
Sorry, Billy.
So
I watched countless. I mean, I was a celebrity booking agent for 5 years. Do you remember that line in Jerry Maguire where his rival, played by the comedian, the stand-up Jay Moore?
Yeah.
And he goes, "Hey, remember that hooker that I covered up for you in Florida? Do you remember her name? No? Well, her name was Cherry. I remember names like that, so you don't have to. And that's what the convention circuit was back in the day, pre-Me Too. And guess what? I don't think it stopped after Me Too. It just got quieter after Me Too.
Well, I think my point was after parties still go on after cons. I think that's one of the biggest parts of a con is to go out, shake hands, have a beer with someone, smoke a cigar with someone, and have fun and talk about stuff that doesn't get talked about on the floor. I don't know about that other stuff, if that still goes on, because I would avoid those parties. But yeah, there's always things going on that you need to learn to avoid and just go to parties that make sense, right?
Yep.
There
was something very interesting that
I just want to go to one of those parties. Just one. Just letting you know. I just want to go to one.
Yeah.
There's something
cosplay party.
They you reach a peak after a while when you go to those parties.
So there's something very interesting to be said about all of this, right? And you guys know how big of a fan I am of Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld put out a post on his Facebook where he said, "I often talk of good folks in the industry, but make no doubt there are many awful, toxic people in the business. I've avoided many. To be clear, I have a healthy mistrust of most people in comics. I have historically prioritized my interactions with the customers. I don't concern myself with professionals." That was a very interesting comment that he made recently. So, I don't know if he was saying it, but towards the whole Neil Gaiman thing. But it's very interesting. And I'll say this, that you can kind of get an idea what a lot of these guys think. And I've also heard or read recently rumors about how Vertigo at that time period when Sandman was coming out was like known to be this wild, crazy part of the publishing world for comics. So you know, we might
Well,
be getting
I mean-
an expose about what DC was running at the time over all this too.
Okay, so this next year, coming up at San Diego, we're gonna say hi to Rob at Nobu, then, right?
What?
We're gonna say hi to Rob at Nobu, like interrupt his dinner and be like, "Hey, how's it going, Rob? Big fan."
No.
No, I'm just joking.
No.
Yeah, Rob is very interesting. I tell people this: he is loyal to people that are loyal to him, and that's probably in all businesses, right?
No.
But in the comic book business, there's this loyalty to a point where that person can't use that person anymore, and they'll do anything to get to that next step. And I'm sure a lot of people use Rob as a stepping stone to get to that next step. And Rob is just saying, listen, I know who you are, and this has happened to me so many times that it's best I hang out with the fans, right? Dennis, you know this, doing exclusives with people.
Yeah.
How many times we've done exclusives with people? Oh, yeah, I'm in, and then I get the book. Oh no, I can't, I'm not in. Well, wait a minute, I already got the book. I already ordered the book.
Yeah, you gotta get that money ahead of time, man.
Yeah.
Speaking of Rob, I'm being told he is live on Whatnot right now, so we got to go do a quick check-in with our boy Rob. Yeah, the best.
Yeah, but did you read that second sentence? He just fired someone in the chat.
Yeah,
$30. Okay. Last time he almost kicked me.
Stream 30th.
Someone in the chat, ask him if he's got any Neil Gaiman books.
No, do not do that. Do not do that.
All right, these are the two different.
I do think he did an Angela cover for Marvel back in the day.
He's got new stuff out today with Dynamite. He did a cover for that's on FOC.
All right, guys, on 3, on 2, on 1. How's this going with this?
And he's doing a lot of Youngblood art.
Really nice.
He got Youngblood back.
Really good quality.
That's Extreme. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Extreme was such a great company.
Yeah. Yeah. So, shout out to Rob Liefeld, one of the best. He's one of the good guys.
Yeah, he is. I will tell you, probably the first person that understood pictures mattered. And he started taking pictures at such a young age in the comic book industry, which was crazy to see all these pictures that he has of in the rooms with all the artists. And most people back in the day never took pictures.
Well, if you notice, Jesse, he has a ton of pictures that his mom took of him as a child.
Yeah.
So I think it definitely came from that, because every Christmas, every birthday, he's got pictures of him holding up the Star Wars toys he got. So I think that was definitely kind of why he leaned into that when he started blowing up.
Oh, he's got good family values.
It's ingrained into his
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and I'll just say this. It's all fun and games. It's all PR. It's all marketing, with Dark Horse, vanquishing Neil Gaiman and pretending that his work never worked. They never hired him. And all the other publishers will do something, I'm sure, with this going forward. It's all going to be fun and games until Neil Gaiman kickstarters a comic book or another novel, and his fans, much like I said on our show, just won't give a shit, and they will like still line up at conventions to see if he's going to the bar afterwards.
Well, it sounds like he's in a little bit of trouble right now.
He's going to jail, isn't he?
That's
No, he's
what
not.
it sounds like to me.
I don't think he'll do time. I mean, Kevin Spacey didn't do time.
I thought he would.
Yeah, but that was just one dude, right?
No, there was multiples. I think they had 9 accusers at one point.
Yeah, because I thought that's why all these publishers were doing that, because I thought didn't they announce what his sentence was or something like that not too long ago? I could be wrong.
I don't think he's gone to court. I don't think there's been a court case yet.
What if they put him in like a magical binding spell thing for 100 years and he couldn't leave?
He could flee to France and write scripts for Roman Polanski.
Yeah.
See, that's kind of the thing, though. Roman's just. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good, brother.
Like, I love Roman Polanski's movies, dude. And you know he's a freak.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the problem, is that you have to be able to separate the artist from the art, right? I remember the first time I heard that, it was when people were, talking about the Michael Jackson stuff and like, are you never going to listen to Thriller again? It's like, no, I'm definitely going to listen to that album again. Are you never going to read Sandman again? That's my Sandman. Read that story is such a big part of my,
I think Amazon's going to shelf season 2,
and that's what I'm worried about. Yep.
The Michael Jackson stuff wasn't real. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure, Billy.
I think Michael's innocent, bro.
Yeah. But believe what we'll all believe what we want and separate the artist from the art.
I mean, if you look at Sandman 1 prices, like that hasn't dropped drastically in price. Like I think last year it was selling around $500.
I saw 8 copies sell for 8 near mint copies on eBay this last week, sold for $300.
Yeah, because I think like 9/8s are selling for around $400.
Less.
I don't know if that's less.
Way less.
Way less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
it is dropping.
They have hit the freaking. There was a signed version that said "Sweet Dreams" Neil Gaiman on the Market Report the other week. And it was like $200, 9/8.
Can I say?
Yeah, that's kind of creepy.
Before I leave,
I actually posted one of my Neil Gaiman autographs and just wrote "Scumbag Neil Gaiman" in the title on eBay. And yeah.
No means no.
You heading out, Billy?
Yeah, but I wanted to say one thing to you, everybody that's watching this, real quick, and then I'm going to jump out. You put a picture, just my picture. By the way, that was my Batman picture.
It's awesome.
When that Batman movie came out, I made a face because it was upsetting. I want to say one thing to everyone watching. 2 things. Number 1, thank you for everyone that's reached out to me in the last couple weeks. Times have been tough. I'm recovering from COVID. First time ever having it. My mom and everything else going on in my life for the last year has been crazy, and I'm so close to getting my mom home. And I wanted to say thanks to everything. And I wanted you guys to know something about Brian McClay. I don't know Brian that well. We met once at Coffin Con, and he said hi to me, and I said hi. I was happy to see him, and we've talked about a lot since then. I've been on the show a couple times here because I enjoy it, and I talked to Brian here and there on the phone, by text or phone. Brian's a really good guy. I just want you guys to know that. He's a true guy. There aren't a lot, and I'm not saying none of you else on the panel are. You guys all seem great. But he checks up on me. Like a friend would, and we don't know each other that well. So I wanted to let you guys know, no matter what's going on, I can identify Brian as a good person. So if anybody out there has any problems with Brian, you got a problem with me, I wanted to say thank you, Brian, and I'll let you guys go. I'll keep watching, but I can't talk anymore. Love you guys.
You.
All right, get well.
Later, Billy.
Feel better.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That's one of the good guys, you guys. So
and it can't be stated enough, and I say it all the time, and Adam is always great to chime in, Blind Adam, whenever he sees one of my posts. We just got out of the holidays. That's horrible. People get put into a funk. There's still bad health issues going around. I know a lot of people are sick. And then on top of that, sometimes people get depressed because of election results.
Am I here on the wrong day of the week? Is it Tuesday?
Yeah.
No, but it's just and then now with all of our brothers and sisters that are diamond retailers, I mean, I'm in those chats. Those chats are brutal. You know, their livelihoods. Take care of yourself number one, reach out to friends, reach out and get professional help. You know, don't internalize it and hurt yourself more.
Yep. Amen.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it's okay to take a day off.
Yeah.
I think comic book retailers, folks, this is what everybody says to me, and it dawned on me after about 15 years. Everybody'd say, hey, when I come in and talk to Jesse, and I realized I was never off. I was there every time. No one ever said, oh, you weren't here. And I realized, you got to take time off and you got to enjoy what you do. At some point, if you do this too much, you might start hating comics. So you got to get away from it so that you love comics. And that's the key to staying in business a long time in the comic book world. So.
Amen. James, how you doing, brother? Good to see you.
I'm doing very good. Good to see you boys, Dennis, Jesse.
Hey,
what's up, James?
What's up, guys? I have to say I didn't catch the first part of that because I was getting off of YouTube and to get on YouTube, but I agree with Jesse. I learned that wholeheartedly over this last few months. I've taken a lot more time for myself because I was burning out hardcore. I started hating comics. Like honestly, everything became inventory, and I fell out of love with it. And just over this last 2 months, I've fallen back in love with comics really, really hard. Yes. I've bought some crazy books that I've been super excited about, and I started digging through long boxes. I haven't dug through long boxes in 2 years to look for something for me.
Right back,
it's always been inventory. What can I sell this book for over market? Or compared to what I'm buying it for, like. And just this last, like today, even it was bitter cold here in South Carolina, and I drove an hour to go flip through long boxes for 2 hours.
Yeah,
nice.
And I loved it, and I picked up some books, and I was super excited that I picked up. So
yeah,
it's been good.
The funny part is people don't realize when you're in the comic book business, just trying to take time to go get something to eat is like
that's
crazy.
That's super even more difficult though, Jesse, because I was in that boat, over 7 years ago. I thought grabbing 2 hot dogs at 7-Eleven without the bun was healthy because I was in a hurry and I had to get somewhere. I thought 10 coffees a day was totally legitimate. You eat like shit because shit is fast. And then you have a double bypass surgery, a heart attack and open heart surgery. And then you realize, no, I think I do need to take some time to make a healthy breakfast. And you know what? Let's cook a healthier dinner with my kids every other night.
It sounds like you're on tour diet.
Yeah.
Well, and I gave up, dude. There was, on average, I would have, because I had the money. I like to relax. My dinner would be a steak dinner every other night. I was having 3 to 4 steaks a week, and now I have 1 steak a month, and it's the most enjoyable steak of the month because it's the only one I give myself.
Yeah. Yeah. So you do have to find time. For instance, I'm supposed to be doing my live show right now, and I'm like, you know what? I've already done 4 nights in a row selling books. I'm going to take the night off, hang out with you guys for a little bit. And, my customers will understand. Yep. And tomorrow I'll sell them what I was going to sell them tonight. So, but you do have to find time in the comic book world. It's very tough.
Well, and I'll tell you, when Brian gets back, I'll have him pull it up. But so this collection,
I have the power to do that.
Oh, okay.
What do you want me to pull up?
Either my Instagram or my Facebook. The one I just had, but don't pull it up until I finish the story.
Okay.
So this collection came in, and it had literally a bag of garbage with a whole bunch of stuff piled on top of it. It was Funko Pops and really crappy little Marvel and DC, those Dollar Tree little diecast figures. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. The Transformers.
And I'm like, okay, let's do 20 for this, blah, blah, blah. And then we'll do, 100 for this. And, so it ended up being $440 total for the collection. And there's a handful of minor keys over the last 10 years. And I was going through the bag and I said, let me just see. Never know. And I start digging through the bag.
All right, real quick. I'm going to add in Mark Spears onto the stage. What's going on, Mark?
What's up, guys?
Mark?
All right,
So Mark might dig this because he's a card guy. So go ahead. Can you pull up that picture of the binder with the two things in it?
Yes. You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
So in the bottom of this bag is two things. This little skybox folder and a box of 8x10 photographs. And I haven't taken a picture of the photographs yet because I just haven't had time. Does anybody in the chat know what this is?
I know what Skybox is.
Yeah, I remember Skybox had a lot of their cards.
But I don't know what this exact Simpsons thing is.
Yeah,
this is the press. This is the press release sent out to big press people for the release of the Skybox Simpsons card. And that little card at the top there that says Lucky Day, that's the redemption card for a Matt Groening sketch.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
The only one on eBay, they're asking $9,000 for. I value it a little bit less because I know what the cards are. But it's very rare because they only had made 400 of that to send in to get the Matt Groening sketch. And everybody sent in to get the Matt Groening sketch.
Yeah.
Except for this guy who was a reporter who apparently just threw this in the bottom of a giant box of crap.
That's crazy.
And the people who were cleaning out his house brought it to me. I called the guy up who brought the stuff to me because he's brought us other stuff in the past and said, yeah, man, you need to come down here because I need to give you some extra money. And he was like, oh, really? And I'm like, yeah. But that, like I said, somebody's asking $9,000 for that.
Are you going to grade it?
I think I'm going to actually give this entire portfolio, this whole binder, because I think it's the only probably surviving binder.
Oh, that's a good point.
I mean, to me, that's even better than, you know.
Yeah. The you know.
And I might add that I already have submitted the only PSA 10 Art to Bart Matt Groening card to Heritage, which I think it ends next month.
Well, talk about synchronicity. What is the chances that you're going to get this showing up in a collection on an item that rare?
And guess what? Yeah. How many dealers would take the time to go through the bottom of this box, this bag full of trash? I mean, literally a black garbage bag full of trash, like mail, coupons, everything. And this is hiding in the bottom of it. How many retailers would have even spotted what this is?
Are you going to sell this?
Yeah. I'm going to send it to Heritage.
Oh, you're going to send it to Heritage to be auctioned off with the card?
No. This will be a separate auction.
Oh, wow. That's interesting. That's crazy.
And then the other box that was in the bottom of this, the only other thing that was worth any money in the bottom of that bag is all of the 8x10 stills, press promotional stills, for the Roger Corman Fantastic Four movie. Most of these stills I have never seen.
Wow.
Yeah, those stills have a lot, especially if they're promos.
Yeah.
Does it have the stickers on the back saying what it is?
It's actually got numbers on the back that correspond to. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that makes it official. I have one here somewhere.
Yeah, that's super interesting. All right, we're gonna get out of drama alert here. Give me 1 second, everybody.
Cue David Lee Roth.
Yeah, wait, you don't want to talk about the picture you have pulled up?
Well, I can real quick. This is our boy Sticky Goose. He had a new video that was out. I don't know if you guys saw this. He says, all about comic books, tired of drama in 2025. I haven't seen this yet, but I find it very interesting that he's wearing our boy Darth Lopez's attire. So I would imagine that this video is full tongue-in-cheek, right? full tongue in cheek. So I thought this was very interesting. But what was even more interesting about all this is this image that Journals Comics put out, because Sticky also put out a video poking Journal as the proverbial bear. And Journals Comics said, I stayed out the way, but let's be clear. It's all fun and games until someone catches you in the real world and your screen and keyboard can't save you. You all ain't lived that life. Go play with your comics. And the reason why I bring this up is because, yeah, you might think that this is goofy and such, and I understand that. But if there's one thing that I have learned while creating content in this world over the last almost 10 years now, I imagine, it's getting pretty close to that. There is people out there that say the dumbest stuff and think the dumbest things and think that it's okay to say those stupid things to you. I would suggest that most people go upon living their lives on the internet realizing that they're talking to another human being. And Chris is right. There are times where you might run into that person, especially if that person, you know, is in the same small community as you. So just remember that. It's just something that we should all understand. It might seem goofy, but listen, there's a lot of people out there that get behind a keyboard or a phone or an IG post that think it's okay to say certain things to certain people, and it's way out of line, silly, goofy. Why even say it? So,
well, that happened with James and I on this show.
What do you mean?
Yep.
Remember 2 San Diegos ago, before San Diego, James and I got into a heated dispute.
big ass argument on here. And...
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, but you guys were fine. You guys figured it out. What I'm talking about is there's something.
But they also ran into each other, at San Diego,
person,
and then worked it.
I'm not talking about that though. I'm talking about. It's weird how people just think it's okay just to text somebody something on a social media account and say some of the things that we say. And at the same time, you got to remember that it's a text, and the person reading it might not be thinking the same emotional thoughts you're thinking when they're reading it, when you wrote it, when you wrote it.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
You know?
Interpretation.
Yes. So just remember that. Remember that you're talking to somebody else who might not take this as a joke, might take it as a joke, and it's not a joke, might take it as you know what you're actually talking about, and you're just some guy on the internet. So it's very interesting. That being said,
but I was going to say the big thing about that is when you're mad and you type it in caps to someone, and they don't respond with an answer, they respond with, why are you yelling at me? Yeah. And you're just trying to say, hey, where's my stuff, right?
Yeah. It's very
Brian,
weird.
I sent you a link, and it's a special link. It only shows what I have coming up. I have a bunch of Heritage badass toys that are ending tomorrow night, and I thought you'd actually like to see them.
All right, let me get into that. Let's end drama alert.
I mean, it's
with our boy.
Literally.
Hold on.
Half your market report on Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Hold on here.
Can you hear me out there? Hey, man, don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
Boy, Diamond Dave. Yep, Diamond Dave. Exactly. So, all right, let's get back in it. So, am I going to be able to see this if I open this?
Yeah, you can show everybody.
Oh, this is cool. So,
it's only the items that I have ending tomorrow night.
So, an OG AFA 80 Bumblebee, G1 Bumblebee. That's awesome. It's currently at $13.50.
These were all. I sent all of these to Heritage, and Heritage had them professionally graded. A bunch of them were graded by
Look at that
AFA.
Grimlock. Oh my God, man.
Yeah, it's already at like 4 Gs, I think. Does it show you what the prices are?
Yeah, its current bid is 4,600.
Yeah.
Old school cap gun.
Yep. Yep.
Wear a Disney ring retail display with all the rings.
Yep.
Oh, look at these. Look at the classic monster rings.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they are.
Mark Spears might want some of those.
Yeah, there you go. Ring-a-ding rings. Oh, look at this Pez Green Hornet.
Yeah. No feet.
Yeah, anytime
But
they
the real
don't have a
question
feet,
is,
they're rare, right?
Are you selling a copy of Dragon Lair?
300 on that. What's this? Lost World. Is that a growing creature that you put in water?
No,
and it
that's
grows?
a vac form dinosaur maker.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Star Trek tracer gun with jet discs. Trolls. OG
Original
Trolls.
vintage trolls, yeah.
Wow. Some lunch boxes.
Yep.
Let's see if it.
This is the start. I think I have a total of 20 auctions that are going up over the next couple months.
Some Migos.
They came out and took 4 or 5 pallets of items.
OG 18-inch Xenomorph from 79.
The arm is easy to fix. They just said we'd like to sell it exactly as it is.
Yep.
That is a store display of Jaws adjustable rings from 1975.
And what are you supposed to do with them?
If you click on it, you can see it open, and it's just a box full of rings.
for pools. Yeah. That's creepy. $300, that's that. Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
Star Wars Poppy Han Solo from Japan.
Yeah.
The OG. Look at that.
Yep.
There's some more. There's a bunch of them. Missile firing R2D2. Wow.
And this was
G.I.
literally
Joes?
stuff. This is just stuff I had laying around my warehouse, and they're like, "Yeah, we want that." Yeah.
Sky Patrol and a bat. Oh, a Scarlet. She's broken though. Her
Yep. Her O-ring busted.
V. I remember these with some Dino Riders. That's interesting. Here's some more Transformers. Here's Grimlock or a Snarl. $12.50 for that. That's an AFA 80 plus. Here's some A-Team stuff. More. You got a ton of Transformer stuff. Look at all the Transformer stuff, man.
Yeah, sealed in box stuff.
Wow. Oh, look at that. Ultra Magnus. AFA 80. Here's the rest of the Dinobots. I would love to own those at some point again.
Yeah, that was a full set of the 5 Dinobots.
So
I also
go.
sent you the link to the PSA Gem Mint 10 matte graining.
All right. And then this is only at $300 right now?
Well, it just went live like a day or two ago.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't end until February.
Okay.
Is that a pop one?
I believe there's one. I don't know if there's. The thing is it's a 10 card auto 9, which kind of pissed me off because I'm like, dude, the auto's perfect. But I don't think there's a 10-10. I think there's another 9-10, but I don't know if it's inverted.
Oh, where the card's a 9 and the auto's a
Yeah,
10.
Auto
correct.
That's
Well, I
cool.
mean, but yours would be evaluated as more because the card.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so far as I know, this is the highest graded one that's come to market recently.
Oh wow.
That's awesome, dude. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. And then literally serendipity brings me the thing that got you that card.
I know.
Yeah.
That's
I know.
crazy, dude.
It's but here's the thing, man. Just let the universe bring you stuff and don't, I mean, Jesse, somebody brings you a garbage bag with some crap toys on top of it. Would you even pay $20 for that?
You know what? I'm taking anything. I'll take.
Okay.
I don't care if it's a box of rubber bands. I am buying it. These are a couple of things I've picked up. So this is steel from The Hobbit. This is the original promo steel. This is from Saturday, May 19th, 1979, CBS Television Network special. So it has all the promo stuff on the back. So I got that in. And then I need the public's help. I cannot find a Jets. I need a Jets for the IHOP magnet set.
Oh.
So if anybody has a Jets, I need a Jets.
That's awesome.
What year is that from? What year is that from?
This was from, let me see if there's a date on this. 1977.
Ooh, I wonder if Nate has one.
Yeah, I only had like 10 of these to begin with. So I've been picking them up. I had the board, and then I had 10. I'm like, well, let me start trying to fill this board in. And I've had this for like 7 years. So I just cannot find a Jet. So I need a Jets.
I got to show you guys something really cool.
Well,
So
speaking of rainbow collections, like I added another draw to my collection.
Nice.
So to my set. So this is the what is it? Pink Flash, which I think is numbered to 25. I can't tell anymore because of the stupid eBay authentication label. Yeah. And then I don't want to break this, and then I don't want to break the seal just to see the number, right? Because then it has to go through the authentication process again. If
I just found in a box a 2000 Press Pass Brady.
Oh wow!
In his Michigan uniform.
Is it autographed?
No, I wish.
He's doing a mail-in signing. Somebody's hosting him for a signing, and you can do mail-in.
Send me the info on that, please.
Yeah, if I come across the info again, I'll shoot it to you.
Is he the one with a really bad autograph?
He used to have a bad autograph.
Okay.
His first couple of years. If you watch that Fanatics convention where he goes up to that table and starts talking to the guys about his autographs, he actually blew my mind when he said this. He actually changed his autograph because he hated it so much, and he incorporated 13 into his autograph.
So to be part of the B, right?
To make part of the B, so that it's Tom Brady 13, all part of the same signature.
Okay.
I thought that was cool as hell. I just was like, a lot of people don't think that far out.
Yeah, I might be thinking of someone else that has that's someone up there in that level.
Yeah,
I just don't know football that much.
Yeah,
I did, and then I also picked up this. I picked up this today at a store.
Nice.
But it's just no plastic, nothing on it. It's a universal grade. So pretty cool.
I've seen that before at resale shops where they take it out of the hard plastic or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that kind of the situation of where you found that?
Yep, that's how it came. Guys like, nope, I don't have the hard plastic for it. I just have this.
I want to show you guys something that I found very interesting that I saw today. I've talked about these guys before. There's a YouTube channel called The Uninfluencers out of, I believe, Australia. And shout out to Billy.
Name.
Oh, look at that. Billy's perfect timing with Mark joining. Here we go. Billy says, Mark, I had a question for you on instant message. Thank you. He's been trying to get 6 copies.
Get a hold of you on Instagram.
Well, not just you. So here's what Billy's going through, Mark. You missed it. You just missed him. He's trying to find 6 copies of Thundercats Apex #1 because he got 6 damaged copies, and he's got to send them out to his customers, and he's trying to find 6 copies for his customers, and he can't find them anywhere. So he said he was going to reach out to you and see if you had any.
They sent me some comp copies, but honestly, I haven't looked at them. They probably only sent me, since there are so many variations of that. I probably got like 1 of each or 2 of each. So
do you have a picture of that, Brian?
Yeah.
Can you pull that up?
Mm-hmm.
Well, so was this diamond that when they sent it?
Yes. Yeah, they were ruined. It was about 2 months ago, right? And he's been trying to get them replaced, but now with everything going on.
Has he reached out to Nick? Nick might be able to, they might have some too.
He tried, but Nick couldn't help him either. Nick tried, but he couldn't. This is it right here. Just the cover V. So if there's anybody out there that has any of these in decent condition, hit up Billy.
I will, when I get off here, I'll check, because I have to look. Nick had a question of, he asked me already about my comps, like what was included, because I think they need to know, like they didn't know how many they sent me. So they need to know, like from now on, like how many comps I'm going to get. So I need to open up the Green Hornet and Miss Fury anyway. So I'll look where all that is and I'll let them know if I got some of those.
Again, synchronicity, man. That's
hey, Mark, how long do you get? When do you get the comps? Do you get them before release or after release?
Usually, you get them before. Like, what they do is the printer will send them to you. So when the printer sends to Diamond or Lunar or whoever they're sending to, you get them when they arrive there. But so like when DC, I'll get it usually about a week and a half. Sometimes it's 2 weeks before release. Sometimes you don't get them at all. There was some Spawn books there for a while. I didn't get any comps because they said they were changing printers. So I have there's one that's doing well right now. I think the Spawn where he's sitting on it was the first Spawn image I had ever done where he's sitting on the rooftop, 356, I think. And that's got like, I think it's going for about $6-7, but it's going for higher than cover price. I don't have any of those. It's because they didn't send them to me. They didn't send me the Violator, the one that came out before that. I didn't get. I did get King Spawn, but there was a while there were 3 or 4 issues of Spawn stuff I missed that they just didn't send me.
By the way,
DC again, you always get them from DC on the Dynamite stuff because I came in so quickly to get these covers done. They didn't have me in the system when those were released. So I actually got mine, I think, after they were released. Because I remember Apex had already been out and I didn't have one. So I got them maybe a week or 2 afterwards. But that might be why I didn't get many. Because, then you're talking about whatever they had like as their comps. They might have said, oh, let's, send those to Mark. So, but like I said, I have to check on the Miss Fury stuff. But usually you get them when they send them. That's what the printer usually does. They have a list of everybody they have to send them to. One time, which is interesting on comps, I opened it up and it's from Image, and I'm thinking, oh man, this is my Salmon Twitch or something like that had come out. I opened it up and it's G.I. Joe. It's a Scarlet. What was weird was it was every cover for that issue of G.I. Joe of Scarlet. So that was actually the writers' comps because writers would get every cover, right? Yeah. The artist only gets the cover they did. So I'm just laughing and saying, man, that the writer probably is like, why am I doing with Mark Spears's Salmon Twitch covers? I don't want these. So that was interesting. Which one was an incentive, and I still have it. Was a Scarlet, like 1 in 25. I got that, so I was like, "Whoa, okay, that's
nice.
That's good. Maybe that'll be worth something one day."
Right.
Well, I want to talk about this because we talked about this just for a little bit, and then I saw it. Shout out to Marcus Aurelius for the $4.99 super chat. He says, "Good old Diamond let some other company take over and do respectable shipping without damaging all their orders for their customers." Yeah, we'll see. This was what we were talking about last night, and when I saw this, I immediately sent Mark a text and said, "Holy shit, this is good." Spawn 365. Can you talk about this and tell about the story about this? Because this is amazing.
Okay, so the way this worked out, I won't be too long on it because I know people go, "Man, Mark talks too much."
Don't think that.
Okay, when this came out though, I did the 4 Spawn covers, right? The gunslinger, all that, as the spotlight artist. Right when they were hitting, I had asked, "Can I do some more Spawn covers?" Right, because I had no other jobs in the industry at that time, and they said, the guy wrote back and said, "Possibly," and that's all I heard. After talking to Todd in that interview, which you can see online, where he did this spotlight interview, Todd said, "Let Mark do whatever covers he wants." So they told me the next day, "Hey, yeah, you can do another cover." So I was like, what do I do? And they said, well, how about we don't do Spawn right now. Let's not give them Spawn. Let's keep doing the bad guys. And I said, okay, that's cool. So in my mind, I was like, hey, we'll do 3 or 4 of these, and then finally we'll hit them with a Spawn cover. You know, that'd be kind of cool. Well, so they said, how about Cygor? And I said, okay. So I spent 2-3 weeks on it. Put it in. They didn't like it. It wasn't this one. It was similar to this, the same pose and everything, but he wasn't as angry, right? And Ed just said, it's not as not as angry as he should be. He should have more passion and stuff and more emotion in his face. And I said, oh, okay. So I went back, kind of redid it all over, but it was still the same kind of poses and stuff, and came back with it, and they loved it.
It's awesome.
I said, when would this be seeing print? They said, well, your other ones just come out, so this one will probably be, because, you know, solicitation and everything, they said late in 23. So I tell everybody, hey, Cygor's coming out, man, around August, September, October. Never came out. So then the next year, 24, I'm just waiting. It never comes out. Finally, it comes out. So I'm happy. I'd look at it and I go, wow, that's not that bad. The thing is, though, I was able to spend more time per cover back then, right? Because you only have one cover.
Yeah.
So you're doing, I'm sitting here right now. When you see me turning this way, I'm working on 3 covers right now, because what I do is when I get bored with working on one, like it's the same, filling in the same, color over and over, I'll switch to a different one. It still would take the same time if I just was working on one, finish it, and work on the other. But I like to, so I can be like, oh man, that's cool. I can do this over here on this one. And then it might give me an idea on the other one. But I don't have that luxury of spending that much time on them anymore. And I hate that, because I think when I do get to spend 2 to 3 weeks on something, I can make it look so much better.
Sure.
I enjoy that one, because that's got all the hair in it, and the Cygor I thought looked great, and Spawn's buried in there, and
yeah.
So I'm thrilled that they finally are releasing it.
It's good shit.
And that's actually, you can also tell the difference there, how it has the real light background, because back then Todd would tell me he wanted lighter backgrounds on my stuff. Now I just do, later on I just did whatever. I colored it however I want. But that kind of matches those first 4 that I did, if you look at them.
Yes.
It kind of goes with this.
Yep.
So does your cadence change when you are doing McFarlane? I know you just said you do change up a little bit.
At that time, because when I first started working with them, they said there's because at first I'm thinking, when you get hired, they're hiring you for your style, what you normally do, right? What they see in your work. Well, so even at that time, I was kind of known for colors, and they said, yeah, we want you to do this. You can do a portrait thing. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's up my wheelhouse. And they said, how about you do the villains? I said, that's great. Having a bunch of monsters, that's perfect for me. And then right before we got off the phone, they said, oh, wait, one more thing before I let you go. Todd doesn't like artificial color. And I said, "Oh, okay, gotcha." And I get off the phone. I go tell my wife. I said, "Hey, what's artificial color? What does it mean?" and she goes, "That means like color they real." And I was like, "Uh-oh." So I go and I write the editor. I'm like, "Hey, just to clarify, what do you mean by that?" And he goes, "Well, like Todd doesn't like it when people have like purple skies, right? Because there's no sky that's really purple, which there sometimes is purple, in the
Especially
sky
in
when
Phoenix,
sun's up.
yeah.
Yeah. But basically what they were referring to is like if a character is in a room and there is no green light in the room, but I blast him with green light and blast him with red lights and stuff like that. So that got me very nervous because I'm sitting there going, okay, so I can't do what I normally do.
That's my thing.
Yeah, exactly. So I was very timid on the first 2 that I did of the 4 of the McFarlane stuff. Once I figured out what he liked and he was going to be okay with whatever I did, the 4th cover, the King Spawn cover, it has a purple background. So I was like, yeah, he's not going to be upset.
Right.
Todd's number 1 rule is, does it look cool? And that's when I realized that. That's why I added the cat to the Gunslinger Spawn one with the clown in it. They didn't ask for that. They didn't say, hey, add the toy. They just said, do something, whatever you want to do. So I added all those elements because I thought it would look cool. And when they didn't say anything about it, like, hey, why'd you put that on there? Why'd you do this or that? It started working better. When I did the Cygor, I was still thinking, okay, I need to do lighter colors, darker characters, lighter colors in the background, things like that. But now I've gotten to where, no, I don't even, honestly, the other day, somebody was saying, I'm doing an exclusive cover for something. And they said, hey, and give us your sketches by so-and-so day. And I didn't want to tell them, I don't do sketches no more for things like I'll do sketches, but I don't send them in for approval anymore. Right. So when they say, Mark, do a Green Lantern cover, I do a Green Lantern cover. If there was something wrong with it, I would just revise it, right, or fix it. I don't ever have to start over or anything like that. And then there is things when you have with properties, when you're working with licensed properties, where it's not the comic book people, it's the people that they're licensed the thing from that will say, like just the other day, you might have saw there's a Red Sonja Army of Darkness cover.
Yep.
Okay, that one that they've released out there is actually the cover I turned in. But I had to go back. There's another version that will actually see print. It's just this much different. Well, if I can put my finger, this much different. But the MGM wanted Ash to have a dirtier shirt. The gun had to be a little bit longer. His hair had to be darker color. Thin the lines around his face. It didn't look as old. The pants, they even referenced the zipper. You can see the zipper on the one that's out there. They said, nope, he wouldn't be wearing pants like that. They said they look like they're too, like the waist was too low and all this kind of stuff. So I fixed all those things. It got approved. But because of solicitation and stuff happens, they had to release the other one, right? Because of the dates.
Right.
So you'll get that sometimes. So it'll be a little bit different.
How much of that, hey Mark, how much of that do you think is untalented people trying to put their thumbprint on your art?
I'd hate to say that, right? But okay, I'll put it this.
Well, no, just say.
But it is a thing where I was a little that did upset me that night, and it ain't nothing with Dynamite at all. Again, this is the people, and I love MGM to death. But here's the thing on that. And I've worked with licenses all the way back since 2006 when I was doing the statue stuff. The license department, you usually will. It's almost like who you hit up that day, right?
Yeah.
So, okay, if they give you a list of 10 things, I usually try to change 4 or 5 of them and send it back in and see if they say anything on the other 5. And usually they go, no, perfect. It's who you hit that day. Right? Somebody might be like really particular, and the other guy goes, hey, that looks good. So it happens. Usually what they do is like, I just did a cover. I don't guess I can say what it's for, but it's where Disney has the license, right? And I won't mention what cover it is, but Dynamite was really good about telling me beforehand, hey, This is what they're going to catch you with, Mark. So there's no reason to go ahead and do those things because they will make you fix it, right? So there's that. Then there's properties like that I've worked with that's like oh gosh, I don't know if I can say the name. A big space property. Let me say that. I can't say what it is. They're great about that stuff. They're like they approve it very easily. So it's just really it's just what studio and who's there at that time. And you know what's really weird is they're really particular. Even back in 2006, I remember we had to do a Storm statue. And I was telling Corgi, because they didn't really know about comics, I said, wait, you've got to do Storm in her classic suit, the black and gold. I said, that will sell so many more copies than the blue suit, which is now forgotten in time. No one really remembers the blue suit. And I made all the concept art. We did 3 different designs. I did them all with the black and gold. Marvel goes, hey, we love it. Looks great, but you cannot use that suit. We're getting away from that suit. When they do the licensing like that, they want you to do what they have right then at that time.
Right, sure.
And I understand that, but when you do get a license, which you're paying a lot for, you should get the classic looks, right? Iron Man changes his armor all the time, but if you were going to do a statue, you would want to do that probably the old classic Iron Man because you know that will stand the test of time. It's evergreen. Another thing on that, while I'm talking on concept stuff, I noticed something working in the comic industry in these last 2 years is when someone it's odd to me. You have people who will change costumes, right? Because of the publisher wants that. They said, hey, we want to update to this guy's suit or an update to this suit. And to me, back in the old days, you had the artist do it who was on it, right? Like Todd came up with how Venom looked. Rob Liefeld came up with the X-Force guys, the way they look. You know, Deadpool. There's a lot of, usually it's the artist who's on the book. I don't think that's the case anymore because they come up with these outfits that you're like, this is almost ridiculous. The way, because you're like, how would you be consistent throughout the panels with some of these costumes? And I'm like, I understand what happened. Whoever designed it does not have to worry about that. They're like, I'm done. I gotta. They have it's a model. It's like a 3/4 view model, right? That's the exact same, and they just draw what they want on it, and then go, okay, here you go. You don't even get a back view, side view. It's just like, here it is. This is what we want, and I'm like, that doesn't function because I'm taking that and I'm trying to turn it into a real world asset to where it's actually where you can turn it around and it makes sense what everything's connected to. And that blows my mind that they have their own guys to do concept art of that stuff that's actually not on the book sometimes. I mean, it could be on some of them. I'm just talking about the ones I've done. I'm like, I have no idea who designed this, and it doesn't make sense.
I know for a fact a lot of times the editor will be he'll be writing the cover artist, and they'll be writing the writer to finish the script in time. But he also has to assign all those variant covers, especially over at Marvel. Yeah. So I remember when I did a variant for Carnage, and they showed me what the cover for Carnage #1 was going to be. And it was Iron Man and Spider-Man flying and I'm just like, yeah, no, because they had a special redesign for Carnage, but they had to share that with the artist. I can't even remember who it was. But yeah,
Tony
and
Moore?
I'm like, no, I want Carnage on the cover. And they were like, okay, well, we have to get what the redesign for Carnage was. And Patrick Zurcher, that's who did my cover.
He's a great artist.
It turned out it was the best cover for the entire book.
Oh, wow.
Because they had to open the editor up to get the artist to send Patrick the new design for Carnage so that he could do the cover for me.
Yeah.
One thing that shocked me, because I'm used to working in the license and concept stuff for 20 years or so versus the comic side, which I just started in 23. So when I came in and they asked me to do things, I'm sitting there going, okay, where's your Bible at? Right?
Yep.
Because that's what you always had. If you did DC stuff back when I did in 2006, 8, 10, or whatever, you had that, what is it, Garcia Lopez?
Yep. Jose Lucia. Yep.
You had that Bible. That's what they gave you. He gave you fronts, turns, backs, everything. You knew that costume in and out, right? It was perfect. Not one since 23, I haven't got a Bible or turnarounds from any publisher at all. They don't have them. They're like, oh, we don't have that anymore.
Yep.
So it's weird to me when you have that, where they will give you, like I said, the new concept art. Like, okay, when I did those Amazo bots, do you remember that for Absolute Power?
Yep.
Okay, I got a sheet of each one, but it was just their fronts, right? And it was the 3/4 view of their front. When I went and I did them, then they showed me some art of someone else had done, like another cover. And I went, wait a second, this is totally different. You've got the Wonder Woman actually has a different thing on the head. And I went back and tried to change mine to match that more. It's just, it's inconsistent. I think it's more of a thing where they don't, care really. They're like, it's artist interpretation. Who cares? You're just doing the cover on it. But I'm a stickler for trying to make things look correct. You want it to, look just like in the interior, the way the character is. But it's weird. They don't have style guides anymore. They could in the licensing realm, right now still. But in the comics realm, when they want you to draw a character, they will send you worse things than you could go and just Google. Right, I could Google things better than that. Where what they're sending you, they're like, "Oh, here's a little clip of what the character looks like." I'm like, "That's nothing. I don't know what it looks like from that." But
it would be great if we could trace when interior artists stopped doing the cover.
Well, can I ask you a question, Mark?
Yeah.
So for most of these publishers, are most of the editors that you're talking to half your age?
No, actually, unless I don't know how old some of them are, but no, usually a lot of them are my age or maybe a little older.
Okay,
and great ones. Again, the ones I've dealt with, more than just like a one-time thing where I don't really know that person at all. Paul Kaminsky is amazing. He's over there at DC. He's the guy over all the non-Batman stuff. And he knows he's an awesome 100% dude over there. There is, of course, Nick. I deal more with Nick, but I do deal with the editors over at Dynamite. I don't really know, how their ages or anything like that. But I deal more with, they need this, I do it, and then that's it. And then let me think. At Boom, I'm actually working over at Omni with the same people who were at Boom, and they're really nice people. Honestly, all of them are really nice and everything. And it's not an editor fault at all. To me, it's the industry's fault. Something happened where they're like, we don't care to have a Bible style guide printed up anymore. And
that might be the bean counters then that are like, wait a second, you would have spent $10,000 to have this artist make a style guide? Are you kidding me?
I know. But I know that I remember Thomas Healy over at Spawn, because I had asked him that. That's my first covers. I said, do you have that? He gave me something similar to that, but they wouldn't turn around. It was just headshots. But he had a couple of headshots of each person. So he said, we're already working on that, but this is what we have temporary. So he knew, they were expanding to 4 books and more. So he knew they're going to have consistency, right? Because you got to know what characters are wearing. I haven't done anything over at Marvel to where I know what they like in the comics, what they wear. The Marvel licensing department, though, they're style guides. I haven't done DC licensing stuff since, it's been years since I was doing the trading cards. So they might have it. I just think it's the comic books, and what's really weird is the comics don't talk to the licensing, right? They're totally different things. So.
That's interesting. All right, real quick, that since I have a lot of you guys that I wanted to get your thoughts on this. This is going to be very interesting. There's this YouTube channel that I like out of Australia called The Uninfluencers. A bunch of really good guys over there. They had a great show. They actually did a really good episode with Matt Roybal the other day. Of course, Matt Roybal, the foreign comics OG. And it was really, really cool to see Matt getting some love. Of course, you guys know Global Comic Safari was a show that we created over at Tales from the Flip Side, and it was a great show about foreign comics, and it included Matt. Was one of the mainstays. He's just such a big deal. But I want to give a shout out to Neville Grail, the Grail Hunter, this guy right here, who is one of the main hosts, if not the main host of the channel. He put up this image where he said, "So this proves I know nothing about grading. Or did CGC get it wrong? Question mark. I expected this to be a 9.8 candidate. It looks pure perfection. But it turns out those cool lightning lines that run across this cover like veins are supposedly damage according to the grader's notes. Look how good that looks." And he didn't realize that was heat damage on the cover. And he sent it in.
That's the regular comic, right? I remember I had that. I still have that comic.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So it's wow. Yeah,
In
don't
fact,
have those
actually,
lines on
I think Hood, did you just grade one of those or press one of those for me in that one submission? Hood's not in the chat.
Yeah, Hood's not here yet.
Hood ain't.
Yeah, Hood's sick. This is crazy. It's one of those, of course, chromium covers that they did so well of back in the day, but it has heat damage, and he never knew it. I wouldn't have known it either, unless I really looked at other copies.
Are they known to do that? Those the ones they did back then?
I don't know. This is the first time I've ever hearing about it. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. He says, supposedly damage according to grader's notes, they're heat damage. And it came back a 3.5. But it still looks amazing.
Yeah,
right?
I mean that's weird because honestly, it looks like it almost like you did it on purpose.
Yes.
Right? It almost looks like it's cracking and it's coming out of its like powers coming out.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Pretty cool.
It is
Is
gorgeous.
that also signed by Campbell, or is that actually just
It's
on
signed.
the actual book?
Yeah,
It's signed. Yeah, in
Dude,
white.
he should have had Campbell go over it with the white marker over those cracks.
Remarked.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it a remark. Honestly, it looks awesome.
Yeah,
That
especially
way, I mean,
with the chromium, the way that they pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's a
Yeah.
really
That
cool
happened with
3.5.
a lot of
That's a
Judge
one of
Dredd.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
That happened with a lot of Judge Dredd from Fleetway back in the day as well.
Oh yeah.
Where you have those heat lines through it.
Well, you guys just said what immediately I thought. This is greater than a 3.5 because this is a one of one. You don't care about the grade on this one because it adds to how cool the book is. So
I think it's amazing.
Unreal how good this is. So
No,
shout
I mean,
out.
look at the way it looks right there. It looks like it's green coming out of her
Yeah.
chest right there. Like it looks like power all over the book. I love
Yes.
it.
Yeah, it's really cool.
So
I take that over a 9.8 of that
I would
book.
too. Amen. So big shout out to Neville Grail
Well,
Hunter.
I mean, just in the coin world, I don't know if you pay attention to coins, but weird anomalies to the metal actually increases the value of certain coins. If you get a rainbow veneer to it, and it's all stuff that can't be replicated. So the coin guys go crazy for it. You know, like if
wouldn't that be what that is? I mean, that's not a it's
It
not a
is.
defect. It's something has happened to the book to cause this. It's not
Patina.
It shouldn't be penalized for that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's patina. That's beautiful. So shout out to those guys. Make sure you guys, I put the Uninfluencers link in the live chat. Make sure you guys go check them out. They're a great channel to follow for all things comics. They really key in on the
If they
foreign
want to get rid of
stuff.
that, I'll pay a 3.5 price if they want to.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Problem is that book is so rare it's worthless because you rarely ever see them come up, and
Yeah.
when they do, it's by accident. So
Yeah. Very, very rare. Those chromium books are so beautiful from back in the day.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
I love it.
Yeah.
Did you guys see? There was a couple other things that I thought was very interesting. This was a gorgeous new G.I. Joe cover that's coming out. This was on solicitations this week.
Oh, I love that.
Look at that. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. This is for G.I. Joe number 6. Beautiful.
Still waiting for my G.I. Joe cover to do one. So,
well,
Brian, you've got me Dynamite so far. You got me some Lady Death stuff. The Bride, I'm waiting.
Well, we'll talk. It's funny you say that, Mark. It's funny you say that. So, don't put a pin in that. Just put a pin in that.
Okay.
G.I. Joe is doing, this is the Real American Hero facsimile. Yep, for 21. And they're also doing, these issues that are one-shots. So let me go ahead and show you these. And they each have a special letter. So this is the Spirit one. It's the J. There's a variant, and they're all connecting. Yeah. That's Spirit. Here's Roadblock. There's the O. Jinx.
So all these are different stories. They're all one shots.
All one shots. Yep.
Yeah.
Can you imagine when G.I. Joe 21 came out, being a kid, spending all that money on that cover, and then opening up and saying, "There's no words in here."
I got it right off the bat, and I realized how beautiful that book was.
Yeah.
I really want to do an issue like that with monsters, but I think what I want it to do, because no words is very interesting to do, and I would love to do it, and also save me money on having to get the letter.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I think I want to wait and save it for something like, y'all ever seen Copland, where Sylvester Stallone gets shot near the ear? Everything, the sound goes out.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
So something like that, where maybe the Slayer can't hear for like a whole issue. Wouldn't that just be awesome? So they're talking to him. He has no idea what they're saying. That would be so awesome to do a whole issue.
Don't give those ideas up, Mark.
Yeah.
Be quiet.
You could create a monster that's a mime.
Yeah.
That might
Yes,
work.
I thought about that too. Actually, I have some clowns that don't speak. Some of them do, because I was thinking that's really cool. I love Art the Clown. You know how he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
There's the Jester. If you ever seen on YouTube, there's this guy who makes these Jester shorts. They're like horror, but they're like 5 or 10 minutes. And that guy, it's amazing. Everything's done where he doesn't say a word as well. It does magic tricks. So yeah, I'm thinking about doing that. I'll probably save that for like issue 10, 11, or 12 or something like that. But
this is pretty good. Medieval Spawn's coming back, and issue number 1, we got a McFarlane cover, and it's going to come with a sketch cover of it, which McFarlane is, when it comes to sketch covers, that's who I want a sketch cover from all the time, is McFarlane.
So is that okay? Those are two different covers. He did this on mine one time. So someone painted the left one, and then McFarlane inked over that on the right.
You got it.
So, but it's what I wanted to do on that, especially Spawn 77, if we do it, is then offer both of them combined. Right? You turn down the opacity of the colors, put his layer on top of it. It makes it look amazing. Then.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah,
I would try to get one of those like that, but man, that McFarlane ink is just so beautiful.
It is gorgeous. So there was also some other interesting stuff. Have you guys been paying attention to what's coming out with Star Wars? There's some new Star Wars stuff that people are talking about right now. They're getting ready to do a new series based on what happens after Return of the Jedi, right? And so Star Wars has officially announced a new adventure which will follow on from Return of the Jedi, featuring the classic trio of Luke, Leia, and Han, taking place within the New Republic. Writer Tom Segura, not that Tom Segura, and artist Phil Noto will be carrying the legacy of 3 iconic Star Wars characters as they live life after the Battle of Endor. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be
Took him
checking
long
that
enough.
out. Right?
Yeah.
Right? So that's super cool. That's on top of the news of Ryan Gosling gonna be in his own Star Wars movie. There's rumors that he's been cast as a Star Wars character. And then one more thing, a little bit of news that I thought was interesting. Have you guys, I don't know if you guys are old school Mortal Kombat fans, but I
am.
Oh, okay. So I grew up.
I got Mortal Kombat 2 machine right over here to the
Oh
left.
my God, bro.
love it.
We spent every night at a place down by me. It was an arcade right next to of course, the movie theater. It was called Just for the Fun of It. And we would spend so much money playing arcade Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal Kombat 2. Well, this is super cool. So there is a new Easter egg in the new Mortal Kombat for a character called Pink. Or called Floyd, okay? His name's Floyd. And just like the old school, right? Just like the old school Mortal Kombat, where you could only play like Reptile or Noob Sabat, you had to do certain things. They are figuring out.
Easter eggs are deeply ingrained in the history of Mortal Kombat, with even the very first game including teases to a secret ninja known as Reptile, with clues that would occasionally pop up, like "Look to La Luna." Well, secret ninjas have returned in the most recent update to Mortal Kombat 1, featuring a pink ninja named Floyd. Here's everything we know so far.
This is crazy. This is so cool.
Oh, I love it.
First off, before we even begin, a huge shout out to the Thinny on Twitter, who has done a ton of work in compiling all this information. Basically, there are 37 challenges tied to Floyd, all of which are compiled in this sheet that the Thinny has made. Only a few of these challenges seem to be active at a given time, and those active challenges differ from player to player. When you do complete a challenge, you'll see a little Floyd notification pop up along with a short guitar riff. You can get them in versus matches and in towers, and difficulty doesn't seem to matter. But do note that it logs the challenges for both Player 1 and Player 2 separately. Player 2 has a different set of challenges, and if you've logged in as a guest, progress will be reset if you turn off the game. It doesn't seem to be clear yet how many of these notifications you need to trigger the secret fight, but eventually, once you complete enough of them, Floyd will challenge you on a brand new stage called Fields, which is reminiscent of the field from the very first MK1 trailer. Reportedly, if you manage to beat him, you will unlock the stage.
That is so cool.
Unreal.
You want to see something really cool? Google America's Got Talent Mortal Kombat.
I've seen that.
Dude,
Yeah.
I just saw that today and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's crazy about the new games, especially stand-up and pinballs, is once a month you'll get in the mail a download, and it allows you to upgrade your machines to the most current status, even in pinball. And so everything at the store once a month gets upgraded. The only thing that sucks is if you do have a high score, it resets the high scores. So every new machine, once a month, you get this little thing. You go in, you plug it in. 10 minutes later, you have a whole new game to play.
Wow.
That means that guy has to play it again to get his high score.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. And people come in mad and ticked off, and what happens is it eliminates your repetition. How do you say it? Repetitive play.
Yeah.
Where you have to do this, and then you got to do this, and you got to do that. It eliminates that. You got to restart over on that game, and it's very challenging.
Well, one of the final things I want to talk about tonight is I'm glad you guys are here. The only person that isn't here right now is Nick. Ladies and gentlemen, the Thundercats Omnibus has got 5 days left. So if you guys haven't been to the backer kit for Thundercats 40th Anniversary Omnibus, the link is in the live chat. There's also a link in the description. There's 5 days left on it, and there's a really good interview that Mark and Larry Kinney did on there. Make sure you guys go check that out. But more importantly, there's those badass Mark Spears comics that are covers that are available. And I'm just going to say this. A little bird has said something to me, tweeted on my shoulder, that if you guys are Mark Spears fans and if you guys are Thundercats fans, you need to go to the backer kit and just hit follow, okay? You don't have to back the project if you want. Just go hit follow and keep an eye on this site starting, I think, Monday or tomorrow. And you will, trust me, you guys will thank me for telling you that. So that's all I'm going to say. Make sure you guys go check it out. Thundercats 40th Anniversary Omnibus. Beautiful stuff. Great new covers from Mark over there, too. So,
thank you.
Yeah, I mean, amazing stuff. We saw the awesome lino work that you did, too, from the other night. So, and guys might want to keep your eye out for that. That being said, real quick, James, I want to talk to you about, you got a con coming up. You've got MegaCon coming soon. What's the news?
Yeah.
You got any new plans?
No, I've just been doing pre-sales for Signature Series stuff. Obviously, I'm traveling down there with a bunch of my witnesses, which is gonna be a lot of fun. I've got a private with Del Auto, which is pretty dope.
Damn, dude, that's dope.
And
That's
then
huge.
I'm going live with Lobos and Alex Maleev on Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm driving down early just for that, which is going to be pretty exciting. I mean, anytime I get to hang out with Lobos is fun, but I mean, I've talked to Alex a couple of times for a few minutes here and there. Seems like a really nice dude, so I'm excited to sit down with him for an hour, 2 hours, and shoot the shit and sell some books with them. So
hell yeah,
it'd be a good time.
Yeah, that's a score.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
Yep, and it's the first big con of the year, and the guest list for MegaCon. Everything's great about MegaCon except for freaking parking. Parking freaking sucks. You might as well just rent a moped and park your car far away, and just take a moped and drive through the traffic to get to that entrance. But it's going to be a huge con. So
just
I will say, I did splurge for parking, but I told my brother who's flying in to help me out. I told him, I'm like, dude, parking lot opens at 7. We're there at 7:15. Like, we're getting there. We're parking. There's plenty of places to eat within walking distance, but we'll park. We'll go get food. But I want the car there so we don't have to haul as much shit all day long. It'll be a nice little interim because I've got lockable cases and shit. But I also splurged a little bit this time because it's drivable for me. Just being in South Carolina, so I went to get my rental car, and I'm like, okay, do I want a mid-sized sedan? Do I want a small SUV? What do I want? I'm taking like 5 short boxes. Most of the books I'm dropping at CGC while I'm there. So I don't need a ton of space. And then I'm scrolling down. I'm like, sports car. So,
how long of drive is it?
It's like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Okay.
You know where to stop. You know where to stop to get gas for, right?
Where?
There you go. Oh yeah. I thought you had a Buc-ee's hat on.
Buc-ee's.
There's a chance I might go to MegaCon. I'm about 9.5 hours away. But what happened was I decided I wasn't going to go. And then CGC, I have that signing event, and they were like, well, we're going to be there. You want to come and do it there, like not at MegaCon, but on their site. And then I was like, okay, hold on. Todd's going to be there. So I reached out to Todd, and I said, hey, you want to try to sign something together? Well, I was talking to his people, and they were like, no, Todd ain't got any time to do things like that. They thought, I guess, and I don't want to even mess with it, but I think they thought I wanted to get him to come to like my booth or something, which I got your booth, and to sign things. I had meant I would go and do it with him, for free, just to help promote Spawn, and stuff. Right. So that didn't work out. So then I was like, I don't know if I want to go all that. Basically, it's whatever CGC tells me Monday or Tuesday. If they say no, you got to do it then, I might be going. If
you want a booth to sign out, I got you covered.
Are you gonna be there?
I'm MB there, but I know I can get you space.
Okay.
So
Mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just let me know. Just Facebook message me, and you're in. So I don't even have to ask them.
That's been one of the biggest questions in the chat throughout the night. If you were going to be at any cons this year, and I know a lot of people.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
You're Mark Spears, right?
Yep, supposed to be.
Okay. Who makes more money when CGC does a signing with Mark Spears?
CGC makes more money.
Okay. So you're Mark Spears. I think you need to start calling a few shots, son. I'm just letting you know this.
Oh, no, they will. No, CGC will work with me. It just depends. Like they were saying, like, hey, that's the date. So basically, it's like, then do I want to make them? When you first do this, they will say, hey, we'll come up there if we have to where I live and do it here. Yeah. So that might be another option. And then there was another thing.
When I hear the thing, like they're going to tell me whether I need to be there or not. That's words that I don't expect to ever hear out of Mark Spears' mouth again.
Well, honestly, I think if they would have went to Todd and said, hey, Mark said he would like to sign some stuff with you for an hour or two, I think Todd would have said, well, heck yeah. You know, why, that makes sense. But again, they said, oh, do you want to meet him? And I was like, well, I mean, if I'm there or something, I said, that's not what I'm asking. So it was a little miscommunication, but if I do end up going, it just I don't know yet. Because again, you don't want to drive the 9.5 if you're not doing
I'm just saying.
days with
I'm
the
just
stuff.
saying. Here's some words that I want you to get into your vernacular, Mark.
Okay.
Oh, if I come down, I'm going to need a hotel room.
Oh no, now CGC paying for all that when I go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's in
all
the
right,
contract.
good.
Yeah.
And the phrase per diem.
Per diem, yeah.
I have heard from other artists that have done signings at CGC's facility that it's pretty nice doing it there. Just so you
they
know.
were saying they would like to take photos and video and all that stuff, and I thought about doing that. But now Sarasota is even 2.5 hours more than Orlando.
Yeah, it's further away.
So that's why we had talked about if I was already going to MegaCon, it would just work out perfect. But I had not planned on it, so I don't know. It might be where we end up doing that in March, going all the way down to Sarasota. So, and they offered, they'll fly me out if I want, but I was like, well, we might just drive. So, no, I'm not knocking CGC at all. They're doing me good. But I was shocked that they told me how many people send in books for CGC. Let me just throw it out there. What do y'all think? The first year I had done 4 books, 5 books, the Force Spawn and the Headless Horseman. I signed, sketched, everything, about 100 books. What do y'all think this number was this time?
Easy 400 plus.
1,600.
Yeah, 3,500.
I just put it in the chat. I think 5,000 books.
127 items. 9 of them are cards.
That's it?
That's it. 118 books.
I could set up a mail-in signing that has
9 were that. Yeah, I don't understand it, honestly, because I've had so many people reach out and say, Mark, I've sent books in. It was shocking to me. Only 9 was sketches, 1 a pencil sketch, 9 the other 9 are ink sketches, so only 10 sketches. The others are all just signatures, either my like normal signature or a painted signature. I was shocked.
What are they charging?
Really,
what are they charging the fans? What are they charging the fans for that?
Well, what you do, you tell them what you want. Like say if I want $10 a signature, then they add their thing to that. So as far as I know, it's usually their base price is $60, right? So like it's like 60 plus your 10 for that. That means it's $70 to send something in, right? To get the yellow label.
Yeah, see, that's why Brian, that's why the chat is blowing up. Hey, Mark, when are you going to do a convention? Hey, what's your next convention?
Because then you can get it witnessed, right? And get it a lot cheaper. And it's the same book, right?
Right.
So, or the same label.
Why is it middlemen, Brian? Fucking middlemen.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I think that's why they went, because honestly, I was sitting there thinking if the first year I did about 100 books, maybe it was 80, 90. It was a lot. But I was sitting there thinking, oh, this year it's going to be so many because look how many covers I have come out.
Right.
You got monsters that came out. You have more Spawn stuff. You had all the DC stuff. None of that had been graded and stuff of me signed.
What Mark?
The Power Ranger stuff. So.
Oh, it's 85 a sig is what Tom in the chat's saying.
Wow.
Oh, that was I don't know.
Invoice fee and stuff too.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. What they want when I send it in is they won't know my base price. So I believe the way I did it was I'd have to look. I could be wrong. I want to say my basic signature was like a $10, which last year I did $5. So I said, "Oh, I'm going $5 more bucks." So and then it was like the painted one was like 15. And then a painted with a remark of a bat was like maybe 20. It was very, normal prices. It wasn't really high, but they have to add theirs on. So I don't know. It could be the 85.
If you were at a convention, theirs is only 25 plus 10.
Really?
Am I wrong? Chat? Am I wrong?
Wow.
Witness authentication's 25.
Then what is the benefit of sending it in?
It's a little more than that now, Dennis. It's a little bit more. It's not much more, but it's a little bit more. But then you've got your invoice fee per 25 books or per full sub, so that's added on there, and then your return shipping fee. So I mean, it adds up.
The grading is on top of all that.
The base fee is not bad.
As far as I know, even the 60 that they were charging, and say I had 10 on top of that, and it was 70. You're still paying for the shipping there and the shipping back.
Yeah.
On that too. So it gets real expensive for that. So I don't really understand it. Again, I thought I would have easily 200-300 books just for signatures alone. I had more sketches last year than this year. I had about 20 to 30 sketches. This year, like I said, only 10. Which I was sitting there going, man, how am I going to do? What if there's 100? And I was like, man, that's going to take me forever. And I was like, 10, knock that out in a couple of hours. That's nothing, It was shocking to me. Now they could be wrong, and they have other boxes that they haven't. But that's what they
haven't gotten yet.
Yeah. And they said, hey, Mark, this is what we got. And they extended that until December 20th. It was supposed to end November, but I said, hey, number 2's coming out the end of November. It would give people another couple of days. So I don't know.
This is the price of prohibition, Mark. You're so busy working, you don't have time to go out and do the conventions. So the middlemen are going to bleed your fans dry because you're not out there hitting the road.
Yep.
Hey, Mark, how many covers are you comfortable with doing a month? What is your comfortability zone?
I would.
What would you like?
4's not bad. 4's because that's one a week. But really, to get the best work to where I can go, man, that looks killer. I would love to get it down to maybe 3. Right, that's a little bit less than one a week. That's give me about 8-9 days each. Right.
Oh, okay.
And now, dude, I gotta tell you, in December alone, I probably did 15 covers. Where it was just too much.
You weren't here when we were talking earlier, Mark. Every once in a while, you got to take a day off.
No, I heard that. That's why I jumped on. I was like, "What's a day off?" I want to know what that is.
You got to. I'm just saying, you got to force yourself, man. You got to force yourself.
There's a line you wanted. It's a thing where you're like, "Hey, I don't want to overdo it, and I don't want to have lower quality work." Then there's also that part in your head that goes, what if this lasts a month and I need to do as much work as I can? Right. There's that point too. Right. So it's you're kind of fighting both of them. But I've gotten to a point where I'm like, look, unless it's something I just love to do, like I love doing Thundercats, love doing Silverhawks, I'm going to scale back. And also I need to have a great idea for it. If I don't have a great idea, I don't want to just throw something on paper. I want to go, dude, this will be killer cover, right? I know this will be really good. So I'm going to try to scale back to that. And then if I'm also working on interiors, I would probably cut that down to maybe at least just 2 covers a month. And that still might be too much.
See, we forget that that you do interior work on your own book. So, you know, so many of the guys who are just doing covers aren't doing interiors anymore.
Right.
That's a lot of
it killed me when we had to do Free Comic Book Day. I was like, oh my gosh,
right.
That was rough. And I was during it, I was like, I'll never do this again. I'm so mad that I'm having to do this. And when I got it done, I went, oh man, when it came together, after it got lettered and I read it, I went, this is why I do it. I loved it. I loved it. I read it over and over. And I was like, I'm so proud of this. So the good thing about doing interiors though, with monsters is I would have 2 months to do it instead of just 1 month because of the being bi-monthly. So you're talking about in 60 days, I could do 22 pages and a couple of covers each month. And I think that would be fine. It wouldn't over me. That's the thing about Spawn 77. If we do that, we're talking about trying to get that done in 5 to 6 months, and that's monthly. So I'd have to get it done before it even starts shipping, and then still do covers. So I don't really know. I mean, it's just it's a thing. I've already invested time in it, so I'd like to do it. But I also could talk to Todd and say, look, how about we give me a long runway on this? Let me finish up the rest of this year. We put it out in 26, and then I'm not as rushed. We got something huge coming in 26. So I don't know, but time is my biggest thing. Is how much time do I have that I can devote to different things, work wise. So
that's everybody, man.
So guys, I got to take off. I got to ask Mark a question, and then I have a question. So, Mark, can we see an evil Scooby-Doo in the future?
I love Scooby-Doo. You could tell.
Right.
I would love to do a Scooby-Doo cover. That's over there. Is that still at DC? Do they?
So at DC, yeah.
Man, if
Warner
Nick
Brothers
could pull that over at Dynamite, I would do so many Scooby-Doo covers. But
he's got the deal with Warner Brothers.
Yeah, maybe he could pull that over there. I would love to do. Honestly, I thought about in my trading cards, because a lot of people have asked that, because I don't have the rights to Scooby-Doo, but I thought about making my version of how I do my version of the classic monsters, my version of Scooby-Doo monsters.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Minor 49er, all that kind of stuff. If you change them enough and the name, they're mine, right? It's just an android, a guy who, a knight in a suit and all that. They had some of the best monsters growing up. I love Scooby-Doo.
Agree.
So I would do that. I think I might actually be. I can't call it. Like I said, I can't say it's the monsters from Scooby-Doo, but I'll just say it's some Mark Spears monsters and have that influence on it. But yeah, I would love to do that.
A Mark Spears mystery
so
machine.
This is I did the Pooh Machine.
The Pooh Machine.
Scooby-Doo and all that.
Yeah,
So yeah, there's ways you can do that. But yeah, Scooby-Doo and Uncle Scrooge right now Uncle Scrooge is off the hook. Is literally off the hook because they're really showing that Uncle Scrooge is one of the biggest villains in comic book history right now, which is great because in reality he is. And then so Mark, great job, Dennis, Brian, and then James, are you there the whole week at MegaCon?
Yeah, I'll be there from Tuesday, and then I'm staying through the Super Bowl. I'm watching the Super Bowl with a couple of dudes.
Okay, so I'll see you out there. You got my number.
Yeah,
I'll text you.
Yeah, we'll link up at some point during the week for sure.
All right, guys, I gotta get to work actually. So have a good one.
All right, guys.
Later, Jesse. Appreciate you.
Okay.
So that being said, we are at the end of the show, 3 hours and 45 minutes. And I want to say thank you to everybody that joined us tonight. I want to remind everybody that, again, hint, hint, keep an eye on that backer kit page. 40th anniversary omnibus for Thundercats. If you're a Mark Spears fan, go check out the interview, the video on there. Go check out those extra covers and keep an eye on that page. Just go hit follow. The link is in the description. The link is pinned to the live chat. I also want to throw out one more amazing shout out to our boy Drew at Wanted Comics. This is one of his MegaCon books that he's doing. Here he is with Andrew K. Curry having it signed. And it's a gorgeous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #6, who Andrew K. Curry is also the one that did his San Diego book. So this is really good cover.
Casey Jones, you got the mask, the rat. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so
that's awesome.
A lot of people are stoked about this. They'll be available at his table at MegaCon. So make sure you guys, if you guys want to get any of those, they'll be available in 2 weeks in Orlando. So very cool stuff. That being said, I'm going to try and do a sale tomorrow on either Whatnot. Most likely it'll be eBay Live, depending on how I do with signing up or getting my first sale going over there. Of course, go check out Jesse's work over there. Dennis, where can they you need to give me the link for the Heritage stuff so I can put it in the description. But Dennis has got a bunch of crazy toys over at Heritage. If you guys are interested, we showed them tonight that are going to be amazing. And then again, backer kit, Thundercats, 40th anniversary omnibus. Make sure you keep an eye on that page over the next couple of days, especially if you're a Mark Spears fan. That being said, everybody that's on with me right now, stick around for a couple of seconds while we're on our outro. And you guys, sub up, hit that like button, and much love to you guys. Appreciate you. We're out.